This is The Bad Listener with Danny Stroh.
Well, I want to hear you talk about this. Is
Uh,
this the original?
that is the deluxe, uh,
Deluxe.
deluxe cop
Oh, by the way, I watched the video you sent me of the I guess like
vinyl.
some type of limited edition vinyl.
Yeah,
Do you really have 2,000 followers on, is that how many followers you have on TikTok?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I got that early on when they first opened me out. It was actually a lot easier to get followers back then.
Oh, yeah.
Surprisingly, yeah. I mean, I was always like kind of posting things here and there. Used that. There was like
I was gonna say, what are you posting that many people want to follow? Or is it, I've never had TikTok. I don't know how it works.
they changed everything. So originally you would get
It's like somebody looks at it, they're automatically a follower.
no, it wasn't that. It was your likes and your follows. Like if you reposted something,
Yeah.
people would follow you. So
Oh,
like I would
okay.
take other people's videos and repost it to share it. And that's a majority of the time I was getting follows off of that. And I think they kind of picked up on it and changed their algorithms on how things work.
Yeah, that's gotta be.
That was like those followers, the 2,000 followers, like hasn't really increased in the past 5 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is all like from
But still, if you post something, 2,000 people see it.
yeah, in theory.
Okay.
But it also like the hashtags help too. The little things that you put
Yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah.
So like it spreads it out a little bit more, depending on what you're putting in there. Some things obviously, depending on what we do and everything else pop up and people go a little bit more crazy for, just depends on what they're interested in,
Right, right.
you know? Yeah. Oh, so that's right. See you on the other side.
Now that which was released first, that or Take a Look in the Mirror? Was that one then? Take a Look in the Mirror.
Take a look in the mirror was first.
Take a Look in the Mirror was first.
Yeah, I think the way it went
I
was,
couldn't remember.
yeah, it did, because they have so many freaking albums by this point, but it's like, obviously self-titled, right? Korn, right? Then you have Life is Peachy. Then you have Follow the Leader,
Yeah.
right? Which is the famous one. Untouchables, which is the fifth or fourth. And then it was Take a Look in the Mirror, which was the fifth.
Right.
That album, Take a Look in the Mirror, was I thought like musically, I thought it was just the riffs were great. I thought it was a great album because like they finally got so comfortable and at that point kind of like sober playing together.
Yeah.
So like the sound was just so polished. They just knew what they were doing. They were putting down riffs. Not every song was amazing, but it was a well thought out album. That was 2003. 2005 comes. And I picked this album because this was the first album that they did without Head.
Oh, okay.
That's why I did it.
I was gonna say he definitely left around that time. I was trying to
After Take a Look in the Mirror.
Okay.
And when they did Take a Look in the Mirror, simultaneously was the live show at CBGB's before they closed.
Okay.
So they had like this thing going, and all of a sudden, I think with the thing with Head and why he left was insane. Like, him and his wife were both on meth. It was like and they were like hiding it from each other, which is, I can only imagine what that house looked like. You know what I mean? We're both on meth. What do you do? Nothing. Like, you know what I mean? You're both hiding it. I don't know if that's really working.
Yeah, that's a pretty wild stuff.
It was wild, but so he had to take a break. So like, this it was the decision. They had to like sit there and go, one, do we need to bring someone else in as a guitar player? Because it's two guitars, right? He's one of the guitarists.
Right.
And him and Monkey, right? And that was the other thing too. Like, can Monkey play both sounds at once? Can he do both of those guitar parts at once? And he had to practice for a while, so he eventually was able to do it, and he was able to do both sounds, which was great, right? So like now you're like, all right, he's got to fill in the gap. So we're not going to get another person. Cool. Now there's only 4 members. And then, the other thing was, how are you going to make new music? If you look at this album, it just, from a production standpoint and like how they promoted it, it was highly promoted because it was the first time that Head wasn't there and the sound was different. But I felt like compared to the other albums, up until like, I don't know, Issues, right?
Yeah.
Up until that point, like there was not real, like you didn't get like Untouchables and Take a Look in the Mirror didn't get a lot of promotion. At that point, they were kind of like trending downward a little bit, I would say. in terms of like how popular they were.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say Untouchables was the last album that I remember being hyped about. And then I remember when I didn't like Take a Look in the Mirror. I didn't, and then I think I didn't really get back into them. I tried to get back into them with the Untitled,
Mm-hmm.
but even that, I mean, I didn't think that was anything too special. So I mean, it was really like after Untouchables where I kind of stopped, you know, being one of those like hardcore fans for
Right.
them.
That makes sense. And even Untouchables was a little rough. It was
Untouchables are, I mean,
it's just in comparison to
in comparison to Issues, I actually think Issues is one of the better albums.
hands down. Hands down. I agree.
I actually think it's better than Follow the Leader, to be honest.
Yeah, well,
Only because Follow the Leader had so many good songs, but also had so many bad songs where it was
Cringy.
like,
Cringy.
it had like a lot of really weird stuff that I don't know.
Yeah.
And personally, I don't think anything touches their first two albums, but and obviously Follow the Leader was the album that got me into them. So
Right.
that was the first thing I heard was Freak on a Leash. I was just telling this in my last. That's how how I heard them was coming home every day from school and watching TRL.
Yeah.
Because for the Freak on a Leash music video was in the top 10 for months. I don't know.
I saw the premiere. I think I can't remember if it was Beavis and Butthead. They did a premiere on a cartoon first.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then I remember the first time I saw the Freak on a Leash video. It was like 2 a.m. I was a kid. I remember because I wasn't supposed to be up, obviously, and I'm like watching these and then all of a sudden, like I was bored. I flicked this on and it just popped on, and I went, "Who's this?" And I was like, this is at that point, I think I was only listening to Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Right.
And like Godsmack.
Yeah.
Right. Never even, but Korn popped in and it was like, you know, hip hop rock.
Right.
And it was so cool.
Yeah.
And on top of it, they still had like the long hair, but it wasn't like, you know, my mom's hair. It was fucking dreads, you know what I mean? It looked dope. I was like, this is so new, but they're rocking Adidas. I don't know what the hell's going on.
It is, you know what? It's so funny because it seems so normal to me, but like when you think about it, if you saw a picture of them, never hearing them before, you'd be like, oh, they're a reggae band? Like,
right.
A bunch of guys in Adidas tracksuits with dreads. You're like, what
Why?
What type of music is this?
Why?
It's gotta be like reggae or some type of
and then not only that, how about the actual video? The Bullet.
Oh, well, that video, I mean, that won awards. I mean, that was a very, they must have spent a lot of money on that. Obviously. I mean, it was a revolution. Yeah, it was a very
so sick. It caught your attention.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, it was just so, it was great. It was a great song.
Not even that, but the video for Got the Life, I remember loving too as a kid, only because at the end when they blew up a Lamborghini or whatever it was. Yeah, I'm like, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen.
We talked about this. Remember I said
think we did talk about this.
Eminem was in that.
Oh, right, you did tell me that.
Yep, Eminem was in that party.
But it's so funny because when I look back at started listening to Korn because of Freak on a Leash, everything really stemmed from TRL at that point because that was the same time My Name was on TRL.
Yes.
It was Freak on a Leash, and then I got really big into Limp Bizkit because they had the Nookie album came out, the Significant Other with Nookie, and that was on. Yeah. I remember all of them because you had all the stuff that I couldn't stand, like Britney Spears was on it and Sync and Backstreet Boys and all that stuff. But then you have I remember listening to Blink-182 because that was the same year that What's My Age Again?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All the Small Things.
All Small Things, yep.
That was Enema of the State, right? So Enema of the State, Slim Shady LP, Follow the Leader, Significant Other, those all came out in that same year.
Yeah, or relatively close.
Yeah.
Relatively close. It was a great time.
I think I was Kid Rock too.
Well, Kid Rock was right before that.
Okay, maybe.
Kid Rock was I felt like Kid Rock had the year before they all came out.
With Devil Without a Cause.
Yes.
Okay.
Right? I think that was like his big, like that was his year.
Yeah.
And then the following year, that's when they all started to pump out.
Right.
You know, it was like the next wave.
Yeah.
Almost. You know, this wasn't obviously like this album's not my favorite album, obviously, but I really do like it. It represents a turning point for the band.
Yeah.
In multiple ways for them, like continuing. One, not calling it quits.
Right.
Also, this album is the last time David, the drummer, plays for them.
I was gonna say I couldn't remember who left first, whether it was Head or David, but I guess Head left first. David
Head left first. That Untitled album,
Mm-hmm.
that's when David left.
Right, because I remember they had Terry Bozzio do the drums for that.
Kind of. It was a mix
some of
between, no, yeah, right. It was a mix between everybody, right? And that's like a whole nother side, because I think even at one point they had Slipknot Joey, the drummer, played with Korn
Oh yeah,
on tour
okay.
for a
I think
majority.
I actually remember that.
For a majority, which is sick. 'Cause
I mean, it's pretty crazy.
that's pretty great in itself, you know? But like you even like listen to the production and even like the sound that they came out with this music, not having a guitar, there's definitely something missing.
Mm.
But they tried to replace it with more sounds
Mm-hmm.
and drums, and it's a different sound. It wasn't bad, it just wasn't exactly, it didn't sound so full. But they were still able to pump out some good hits, some good guitar riffs, but you could tell there was something missing.
Yeah,
They could tell there was something missing. And even the drums were like, I don't know. I was looking up before, I was looking up like the production and how they like made some songs and everything else. And some of it was electronic. Not everything was conventional. So it was just different. They were really experimenting as much as they could to replace Head at that point.
right.
You know, the missing guitars. It was pretty cool. I think, how many tracks are on this? It's like 14 tracks.
Yeah, it's kind of similar.
With the exception of like 2 of them, most of them were pretty decent,
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, you had one of my favorite songs. I mean, like Coming Undone and Liar.
Oh, Coming Undone is such a good song.
It's a good song. Liar was pretty good too.
Yeah.
But like, you know, honestly, like on a negative note, it was a bit fucking repetitive.
Oh, Liar?
Liar was
Yeah.
a bit, you know, it was like, all right, how many times are we gonna keep saying it?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I mean, granted, what do I know? I don't make music, but you know, I really liked "Open Up." I thought was like one of the best songs on that album. It was just different.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was a very different track they did.
And Tearjerker too, calm.
Yeah.
But it was almost like more like supernatural. Like it had, like he was trying to get it creepy, you know, like weird sounds, quiet. It wasn't heavy rock, and then all of a sudden guitar comes and, you know, it filled in more than it made the whole song,
Mm.
you know? But I mean, I thought the album was pretty good. The artwork was sick, you know? The artwork was sick on the Alice in Wonderland thing,
Yeah.
you know? I had this one, and yeah, I mean, come on, it's trippy as hell,
Yeah, I couldn't.
you know? There's other people.
Yeah.
It's trippy as hell, you know? Yeah. This was around the time also too when they signed Flyleaf.
Okay.
So it was around that era where they were like starting to like get bands underneath their own label.
Mm.
You know, Flyleaf had an okay run the first album. That's it. Do you ever listen to them?
If I did, I don't remember what they even sound like.
Yeah, there was a girl screamer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that song "I'm So
I was
Sick."
gonna say I remember it's a girl, but I don't
Yeah,
couldn't remember any of their songs. If you asked me, I wouldn't know.
they had I got their album because of the concert. You know, they were on the Family Values tour, so I listened to them.
You've seen them on the Family Values?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
I've seen them a bunch of times actually. Always in the pit. Always in that pit.
I mean, I've seen Korn a bunch of times, but I think the first time I saw them had to be like 2006, 2007.
No, so right after that tour,
No, Family Values was way before that, wasn't it?
they kept bringing it back. There was a Family
But I think
Values
the last one was like 02, no?
06.
06, really?
Yeah, that was with Flyleaf
Okay.
and them. But I had a chance. I was a kid, but I think I was like, I forget. I had to be 14 years old, and I had a chance to go to that CBGB's show.
Oh, yeah.
Like my uncle was going, the one in NASCAR. He was like, "Yo, we're going to see Korn. You want to come?" And I was like, "Yes, but I can't." Like I couldn't. I was so upset. He took his son. I think his son was 8 years old.
To the CBGBs?
Crazy.
Were you allowed to just take an 8-year-old?
I think you do whatever you want. I think you do whatever you want. Your kid. Also, too. Listen. I'm not my world. But, you know,
Yeah.
what was it? You talking like 03? Yeah, you could probably do whatever the fuck you want around then.
03?
Yeah, the 90s just kind of ended.
Man.
You know, people look the
now
other
you
way.
can't get it. Forget you can't get away with anything now, but it wasn't that long ago where it wasn't that bad where you were able to actually get away with some stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, that was pretty much it though. I like the transition. I like the fact that they were able to survive.
Right.
And you know, it wasn't exactly them in this album, but it was still good. You know, a lot of the people that like I'll catch like the younger generation listen to it, and then you know it's like a mid CD, like you know it's like 7.5 on like it wasn't the worst, you know, especially for missing a member. You know,
Of course.
not like that Untitled album. That Untitled album was a little rough.
Yeah, that I mean, I don't know. All of them I felt like had a handful of good songs.
What was your least favorite?
Including Paths to Totality.
No, you know we
It's
don't
definitely
we don't count that. That's not
I don't count
that's
that.
not a real album. That's not a real. Please God, I hope it's not. Hey,
Oh
man,
man, they were crushing me on the comments for that. How many people love that album? I'm like, come on.
love that album.
Yeah.
Dude, fuck.
Because we were there to see that whole thing where me and Mike were saying how bad that album was, and people were like, "Are you kidding? That album's amazing." I'm like,
Listen, if you thought that album was amazing, you're drunk. And
well, I think that's the new school of kid like that because that phase, it was that dubstep phase where everyone thought those sounds were so cool, and I don't think anyone our age would
yeah,
have like.
I enjoyed dubstep. I did when it first
Okay.
popped on the scene,
Yeah,
right?
for like a minute.
Yeah, well, like you know how I can't- dubstep has reggae roots.
Real dubstep, yes.
Real dubstep.
But that
has-
sound that they created,
no, it wasn't.
not
It was
real
dubstep. No, it wasn't. It was dubstep influenced.
Yeah,
It just
it's
wasn't a good,
somehow derived from dubstep.
it
but-
wasn't a good collab. It just
Oh no, I mean, listen, like I said, I think Jonathan Davis just wanted to do something, different. He got caught up in it, and he
well, he's losing.
got it out of his system.
You got to think too, right? You're losing members left and right. You know, yeah, there's only 3 of you left.
Yeah,
You got it, and you're trying to. Also, not for nothing. I mean, just as a real human being, you're probably trying to keep the lights on. You know, keep the business. No, but like keep the business running. Not in a sense of like you're poor, but keep the business going. This is how you've been making money. This is how you want to continue to make money. You have to try something to pump life back into it. You're losing members.
yeah,
You're losing your sound. You're losing your whole sound. The drummer's gone, and one of the guitarists is gone. What are you doing? You have to try something, right? No?
sure, yeah. I don't know. Listen. I don't know what the right decisions are or not. I mean, I look at music as an art form where you just kind of, you just create stuff, and I don't really think it should be influenced by anything like that. Like
Okay.
but I mean, who knows? I mean, yeah. I just think if you're looking at music through a money perspective, then you're not really making real music. You know what I mean?
That's a fair point too.
That's the way I look at it.
Well, I would also restate that maybe also like an artist is going to create no matter what, right?
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
you
Listen, I don't hate him for doing it.
no, it's not a.
But I'm not going to sit here and pretend that it's good.
No, it's not. Yeah, right. It's not a personal.
You know what I
attack.
mean?
It's
Like-
not a personal attack.
No,
It's just,
yeah,
It's
it's
just
not.
you sold me something that wasn't really what you sold me before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As a consumer, right? Like,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I'm buying to listen to a sound, and the past 5-6 products have been pretty much the same product. You know,
Sure.
I know what I'm getting. This is a completely new product you're selling. And
Yeah.
you put your name.
he should have did it on a different alias.
Oh, that would have
That,
been
that
great.
was another conversation. If you're going to completely do something different, that's not going to sound like the rest of your stuff. Do it under another moniker. Do it under another.
Or just do it
alias.
under your actual name. Just say
Yeah,
Jonathan
just
Davis.
well, that's where you use Korn. I'm like, were they all really involved in this? Because I
Yeah.
thought it was mainly just him. And then when they used
Yeah,
the Korn, like Korn as the main
That might be-
artist, and I'm like,
that might have been the label.
yeah, maybe. I don't know how that works. I mean, I would assume if you're using that name, they're all getting paid. Now, were they all part of it? I have no idea.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know.
but then I don't know either because if they were like he had to go on tour, was he going tour with Korn? They were
Probably.
playing.
I would say the other two.
So then they're
something-
playing that
something-
music, right?
something of it. You know what I just remembered actually right before this album came out? That's when they did the MTV Unplugged. Remember? Do you remember that? MTV Unplugged?
Was it that late? I thought it was earlier.
They did because they didn't have Head. Head wasn't on that one.
Hmm.
Had left.
That was when he covered Creep by Radio over there. Right? That was
Yeah,
pretty sick.
yeah. I always liked Another Brick in the Wall when they redid that.
Yeah, I remember them. They did a lot of really good covers.
One.
I was about to say that was
brother.
They got the standing ovation from Metallica.
Oh, it was so good too. It really was. But when they did the Another Brick in the Wall, like it was just so hard. Like you listen to the original, right? Like,
Oh yeah,
original's the original.
Yeah.
You're never gonna take away from it. But man, it was like a heavier version of that song, and it was just so good.
Yeah,
it made me love the song more, I think.
Yeah.
Not everything I could say about that.
He was one of the reasons I got into The Cure, because he always said The Cure was one of his biggest inspirations for writing music, and I had never really listened to The Cure until I heard that, and I started listening to The Cure, and now I'm like a huge Cure fan.
Oh, really?
Cure, yeah. You never listened to The Cure?
Well, I mean, I'd probably listened to like 1 or 2 songs.
You've probably heard, like, just based on like movies and stuff, because they're very popular. But
what's their major hit? Do you remember?
I mean, they've got a lot. What is their major one?
Yeah, I'll look it up.
Yeah, you can look it up. They did I know Pictures of You was one of their big songs.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, Just Like Heaven, that was the other one that was really big.
I can't do anything. Might as well be 10 feet. But...
Oh, you don't have my Wi-Fi. That's why. That's all right. Yeah, I give you the Wi-Fi if you want.
Yeah,
actually,
that's all right. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I don't even
do it.
It'll probably take me a while. We can find out.
We'll do it next time.
All right. You want water? I open it for you.
Thank you.
Bring you on water. Yeah, so that's how they got me into The Cure, because I don't know if they didn't cover a Cure song on that. I remember them covering Raven Creep, but that was one of the reasons I always liked those the MTV Unplugged, whatever, because a lot of the covers people do is so cool. Just see a band do acoustic covers, I thought was like so cool. Because some of the songs, like, they do some of their songs in acoustics, like, all right, some of them are all right, but
they had the Japanese ensemble drum band do something for like one of their newer songs off of this album.
Oh yeah.
And I remember that, and they did like a whole performance, and the drums were crazy. So like in terms of like changing it up and everything else, like it just felt like it was something added on to the to the experience. It was really nice.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they yeah, all right. I always liked the Nirvana Unplugged.
Oh yeah. I got that on vinyl.
You have it on vinyl?
Yeah.
Oh man,
I came across it and I was like, I'm definitely gonna buy this. That's like the most famous Unplugged though. He killed himself like 3 months after that. That was like the last thing he did.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Pretty wild to watch that, knowing that he was that close to.
I mean, they were
suicide.
They were so fucked up. Like towards that end, and with the baby and everything else. And they were both fucking shooting up.
Yeah,
she was pregnant.
Yeah.
Wild. Do you ever see any of those any of those documentaries? You ever see any of them?
It's funny. I feel like I went to watch one once, but I never finished it. No, but I always did actually want to watch one.
Netflix,
because they made a bunch. They made
Netflix
like
just put one out
recently.
Oh,
I
believe it was on Netflix. I'm pretty sure. I'll send it to you.
I gotta check that out.
I'll send you what it's on. I just watched it. It might be that or it might be HBO. But I just watched it, and it was like, apparently he had, for that Unplugged show, he had all his friends sit in the front rows. So when he was performing, he wouldn't have to look at strangers. That's what he said. Because he goes, you know how much I don't like strangers. He goes, can you guys just all sit in the front row so it's like comfortable?
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. I didn't know, I never really dove deep into Nirvana like that, like in terms of like the backstory. So like it was very eye-opening to me to see like where he was in his addiction. I mean, at a certain point, you're just watching a junkie.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a great music, like the music was great and it's working until it's not, and then at a certain point, he's just doing junkie shit. It started to eat, and that's like the behavior that they ignored, which was the sad part because it's clear as day.
Yeah.
Like he clearly needs help. But like, I think it was a lack of knowledge based on that time and experience with people using drugs. I don't think everyone had it all figured out. You know, they were downplaying it. They're like, "Oh, you're
I
okay."
mean, I just think with musicians that happens all the time, man. I mean, how many
Oh, it is a lot, right?
musicians
It
die
is
of
a lot. Or
overdoses? I mean,
just
even
it is. I mean, even these guys.
I just think the difference is now
Yeah.
they cover it up.
Yeah.
I think like the families will say, "Oh, he died of heart complications." Like, yeah, from
Yeah.
doing heroin.
Right.
From all the drugs he was on, you mean? His heart stopped? Yeah.
The uppers
But
and downers.
that's they I think that's what they kind of do, because I'll hear these like random stories like, "Oh yeah, you know, they woke up and he was dead in the tour bus, so his heart stopped," and it's like, yeah, but
It's cardiac arrest, and he was fucking, you know.
like, you're not going to talk about the toxicology report, right?
Yeah.
No, I mean, so I think that's what they do now. So you don't, it's not like big news now, like a guy's died, but like almost every time I hear like somebody died of some type of heart complications and they're
Yeah.
in like a famous, I'm like, that had to be drugs. You know, I mean,
I don't know, man. It's like, you know,
90% of the time.
you've seen bands on tour before, like the backstage, right? Have you ever like, I mean, I got a chance to like see it like firsthand, like getting on a tour bus.
I've been on tour buses.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. It's just it doesn't seem like a fun fucking life. I gotta tell you, it looks
No,
miserable.
I mean, it also, I mean, it's all dependent on exactly what you're doing and how much money you're making, I guess, like
Agreed.
as far as like,
Agree, but still, you know, like you're still on the road. You're away from people. You know, you're probably only seeing nightlife. You know, how much daylight are you really seeing? You know, because the majority of your time is spent to getting to a show at night, and then like you're not home, right? You
oh yeah.
especially on like Warped Tour, like the shower situation. What they told me my friend was going through was insane. What they did, and he was playing.
Yeah,
It was you know, it was just what it doesn't sound like it's the best time. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You know, you're almost like a prisoner. You're not like you live in like this.
What band was it on? What? Because that's where I was on the tour bus on Far Tour.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Candiria.
Okay.
Candiria.
Yeah, there was this band. There was this band called I don't know if you remember them.
Was it?
Scary Kids Scaring Kids. You ever hear this band?
I don't know, man.
So
That's a stretch. Maybe
you can look up. They actually weren't bad. I actually liked them, but it was funny. I had a friend who wound up playing like whatever video games online with the drummer from the band, and became like friends with him through playing this game. And
yeah.
we were going to Warped Tour anyway, and they were on the tour, so he was like, "Yeah, just you know, come in and you guys can, you know, hang out like with our tent. We'll, you know,
Well, you tent, right? Yeah.
with the tent, and you know, we'll let you come
What
backstage
year was
or
this?
whatever." Had to be like 2007, 2008, 2009.
Oh, so
something
this
around
I was
there.
on like 2019 is the Warped Tour I went on. So you were.
You were, yeah, that's way later.
I think it was like one of the last ones before they canceled it.
I was gonna say they canceled it.
I think I was on the last one, right?
Yeah, no,
before.
this was when like A Day to Remember was like headlining it, like it was huge. Yeah,
when they were who they were.
yeah.
Data remembers a great
In their prime, like after the whatever it was, their second or third album, I guess at this point. Yeah, because I remember they were like the main event at that Warped Tour. But it was crazy because yeah, I mean, it was cool. Like it was the guy wanted us to get him a bottle of vodka. He was like, yeah, just go to the liquor store on your way here and pick up like a jug of vodka. And the whole time I'm thinking like,
how am I getting in?
well, it's not, nobody's ever met this guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're going through like conversations through a video game or whatever. I mean, obviously at that point they gave us a number, whatever.
Yeah.
But he's like, yeah. And I'm like, this is just weird. Like we don't even know the guy. We're going to go to the liquor store. But now you're walking up to the line with a bottle of, obviously they're not going to let you in. So we're like, yo, what does this guy want us to do? And he's like calling him. He's like, yeah, they're not going to let us through with this. Like, what he wants to do. He comes over to the fence and has us throw the bottle over the fence. He's like, yeah, just throw it over. We're like, brother. He's like, nah, it's cool. Don't worry about it. Throw it over. We're like, all right, like, what are we going to do? We threw the bag over or whatever. And, and he was like, and he waited for us to go through or whatever. And then he, you know, brought us to the tent where we were hanging out, whatever. And we got to go backstage with them when they played.
Wild, right?
Yeah, it was really wild. So that because we had, I think we had brought like a cooler to tailgate or whatever. It was funny. So when we were going to, when the whole thing ended, we were going to leave. And the guy's like, And the guy's like, yo, you guys want to come hang out? Like we all like party after this
The
thing.
show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
right.
like, where the buses are and stuff. And I'm like, all right. I'm like, but I got a cooler in my truck. I'm like, you want me to grab the cooler full of beer or whatever? You guys like, yeah, let's go get that first, and then we'll bring it back there. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And I remember just like walking back there, and there's just like every single band from Warped Tour just walking around, just fucking hanging out. And I remember being like, "This is absurd."
They're all, you're like, dude, you're just on stage. You're just people, you know?
Yeah, no, I mean they were all cool. I remember I met a few. I met like I was a big Under Oath fan. I met Under Oath.
Same.
And I met
You're ever
what was the band? You ever listen to Alex is on Fire? Alexis is on Fire?
No.
They're a really good band, but their lead singer, Dallas Green, he actually at one point left and started doing his own solo albums. But yeah, it was funny. Like they had like the food. Like, did you get food? They had like a food line where you get food and all that stuff. And I remember like I walked up like right in front of him, and he was like, "Oh, look at this guy's cutting me online." And I'm like, "Oh, great!" And I turned around, it was him. I was like, "Holy crap!" He's like, "Dude, I'm just messing with you, man." I'm like,
the rap. I know. You're so chill. You think like everyone's gonna be a
oh yeah, it was a wild experience. But yeah, what I was gonna say was, so the lead singer of that band, the band wound up breaking up. Scared just broken up like right after this, maybe a year or two after this, and it was because the lead singer was addicted to heroin, and they wound up just breaking up. Yeah,
so crazy how much.
but it was funny because I was hanging out with that guy like the whole night,
chilling. Nice guy.
I mean, you
even past the needle.
18, no, yeah.
No. I'm on a diet. Thanks.
No, but yeah, it was
the experience though was wild. I got to do that too. I dropped my friend off to start playing for the band. So like he was like, "Hey, you want to come to Warped Tour?" I wasn't even gonna go. He was like, "Just drop me off." He goes, "I'm pretty sure we'll get you a backstage pass." I was like, "All right, whatever." Like I wasn't thinking anything of it. Right. And then like, you get there and it starts to settle and you get the backstage pass, you get in. And like you're like, I was at Asbury Park and I think it was Asbury. I can't remember, someplace. And anyway, they didn't use the main amphitheater. That was like the backstage part just for that show. And that's where like everyone had lunch. So you're on stage, like eating lunch. They have like fold out tables everywhere and they have like the stages they built. And that's the main stage. So this was all in the back. So it's like crazy. You're sitting down, you're grabbing food. And then, you look up and I had Hatebreed. The whole band was right there, eating with me. And nice people, nice, kind, like treat you just guys, just kick, like nothing. Everyone was chill. I was like, wow, this is pretty awesome, right? It's like, this ain't too bad. Then you go, you stand behind the band, everyone, seeing the crowd from the stage it was insane for me personally. I have a video actually on it. And it was like, wow, this is, I've never seen this view before. That was crazy. And then the party afterwards. Yeah. Everyone met up for the barbecue. Yeah. And then they're all by the buses. Yeah. Exactly what you described. It's exactly that.
I'll tell you the one thing that could not be healthy is all those buses generators running. I was like, are we all getting like CO from this? This can't be good. You guys do this every night.
I'm like, yo, can we go? I went in the bus just because I couldn't breathe.
I know. I'm like, how is this not bothering anybody else?
It's fucking lungs are black. I go, it's not going to be the heroin.
You guys got to be killing brains.
Yeah, man.
This is nuts.
It won't be the crack pipe. It's going to be this.
Yeah. I don't know. But I remember it bothering me so bad. I'm like, the fact that everybody is out here, nobody cares. Nobody's out. Like, this is nuts.
It was it's a cool experience.
Yeah, I met Jamie Josta at Rockstar Mayhem. He was playing with a different band, one of his side projects, Kingdom of Sorrow, and he had like jumped off stage and like headed over to this tent and was just trying to. He's like, whoever wants to come out. And he was like taking pictures with everyone, giving autographs.
Really,
super nice guy. Super nice guy. I got a picture with him. I got his autographs. Everything. It was crazy. I'm like, I can't believe I'm standing next to Jamie Josta right now. I'm like, it's nuts. He was
sick.
Yeah, he was just like, for the people, like, I think he was just there for that one shot. I don't think he was on the tour. I think he was it was at Nassau Coliseum. I think he was just doing like, or maybe like that and one other show. And I think he just really wanted to like promote the side project he was doing.
All right.
So he kind of just like
showed up, guest appearance.
Yeah, he kind of like, they played there. So we watched him play. And then after he jumped off stage, he was like, come over to my tent. He was taking pictures with everybody. And I remember they were like giving out, I think, they were giving out like handkerchiefs and stuff like that, all this different stuff. It was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Actually, the headliner of that Rockstar Mayhem was Slipknot.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. I
That's
think
sick.
it was, right? I'm trying to think because I went
Mayhem?
to a bunch.
You said Mayhem?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they had,
Mayhem.
I saw them at Mayhem. I'm pretty sure it was that one. I'm pretty sure it was Disturbed and them.
Disturbed. Wow.
I think it was, I think it was Mastodon. I think it was Mastodon and it was Dragon Force. I think it was Mastodon, Dragon Force, Disturbed, and Slipknot.
Dragon Force. It sounds like a band I would name it when I was.
Have you ever listened to that band?
No.
Oh,
No.
dude.
Yeah.
So this is,
What's up?
No, they're like,
What is it?
I don't even know how to describe it.
What is it?
It's like one of the, like a new age power metal band. And,
Okay.
like, they would stand. They're like one of these bands where they all had like long hair and they would stand in front of the fans as they played the guitars. So that hair would go,
Yo.
yeah.
Yo. Oh, that's
So people loved it. Like,
that's great.
but it was almost like video game music. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't like real. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of high keys.
I remember them like, I'm like, they made one of the headline. I'm like, this is crazy, but
Good for them.
whatever.
Good for them. Good. You know what? Hey, man.
Listen, I saw Death Clock open for Baby Metal, so
Sick. That's sick. How is Baby Metal?
I thought when I got there, I'm like, I thought Death Clock was the headline. They were getting on. I'm like, oh, we missed Baby Metal. I'm like, no, Baby Metal's headlining this. I'm like, I'm like, Death Clock is opening for Baby Metal. I'm like, what is going on right now?
Crazy.
Crazy fan bases.
I know.
It's nuts.
People find a niche. They feel like they belong. I don't know. Baby Metal.
Baby Metal.
I don't know.
I thought that was a joke.
They pop up on my feed every so often. I'm like, oh, this is real.
Yeah.
The only thing I remember
When I first saw it, I thought it was like a comedy thing. I didn't even think it was real.
who was like that.
I thought it was like novelty metal.
Right.
You know?
I remember,
Steel Panther. You ever listen to Steel Panther?
Yeah. What about what was that band we were growing up in high school? It was the all girls, Kitty. You remember Kitty?
I remember the name, but I don't remember.
Right.
Well, what?
Because it was terrible music.
Yeah.
But it was just an all girl heavy metal band.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that was like the last I've ever heard of anything like that. And then all of a sudden Baby Metal popped up. I'm like, the fuck is this? I'm like, it's K-pop. What's going on? They got a niche.
I mean, the tickets were expensive. I mean,
Yeah.
it was like $130 for the tickets or something.
For
like that.
Baby Metal?
Yeah. And they were the only two people playing was Death Clock and Baby Metal.
Really?
Yes. This was I think it was at the Hammerstein.
Oh, it's cool. Emerson's a nice venue.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful venue.
It's a nice
Yeah.
venue. That's a nice venue. That's fucking wild. That's wild.
But as I see stuff like that, and I'm like, it's weird. It's like people who love Gwar, right?
I mean,
That's what
yeah, but that's like entertainment. That's
Yeah, but I mean, I think that's what it all is, right?
True.
If it's not entertaining, at least in a musical aspect, you're getting some type of show out of
and
it.
that's
right?
a
what
show,
they do.
man.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I remember them from what was it?
It's like Gallagher, right? Is Gallagher a real comedian?
I mean, yeah, a little bit. All right, I see. It's exactly that. It's exactly that's the same cloth.
Yeah.
Yeah, same cloth.
You got to wear an apron in the front row, right? For,
I mean,
for both of them, for Gallagher and Gwar, right?
Right, yeah, right. The fucking fake blood,
The
right?
fake blood, yeah. The
Oh.
pig's blood. Well,
Pig's blood.
who knows what they're legally allowed to use, but they tell you it's pig's blood or something like that. I don't know if you
I
can
feel
legally-
I feel like they would tell. I feel like that's what they use, and they say it's not pig's blood.
I don't know.
I feel like
I mean, I feel like you can get in a lot of trouble for using, at least nowadays, maybe in the 90s when they were doing it, whenever they were doing it,
yeah.
get away with it.
Say we're Muslim. Before we spray haram everywhere.
Yeah, I
Oh shit.
yeah, I remember like seeing videos of them like playing, and I'm like, this whole thing's a gift. But that was how I caught a lot of flack for saying that too about Slipknot's whole mask thing, because when I saw Slipknot, I related that to like Gwar type stuff.
You would say, oh, okay. What did they get to? Like Mudvayne was like another one they would get a lot of comparison on with the mask.
Did Mudvayne wear
They wore like face paint almost.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think they did,
It
but
was more face paint.
yeah, it was a lot of face paint and stuff like that.
It was only in the very beginning though.
Yeah, I was
Like
gonna say that was like for the first album.
Yeah, it was only in the very, very
LD 50 or whatever it's called.
it was very early on in what they were doing.
Yeah.
Which I thought I could, first off, when I found out how many fucking members was in that band, in Slipknot, I was like, what?
We had
It's
like
like,
10 of them, right?
Yeah, it's like, what do the other guys do?
There's a lot of guys beating a drum, right?
It's a lot of drums, man. It's a lot of drums. Hey, you know what?
There's a lot of drums for a band that has one of the best drummers ever, right?
A little extra bass in that drum. I don't know. He took care of his people, is what he did.
Somebody probably had like a cowbell or something, right?
Oh, they definitely had,
Tambourines.
yeah, tambourine, cowbell, and like, yeah.
Slipknot mask with a tambourine.
Yeah. I'm number 7. No,
Well, they had numbers, right?
They had numbers. They all had numbers. The you know, besides like Slipknot and like I always enjoyed like Corey Taylor, right? That's the lead singer.
Yes.
Right. I always enjoyed, like, I thought his voice was pretty dope.
That's a great voice.
Great voice.
Yeah.
I even honestly like Stone Sour a little bit. His other band.
Stone Sour was not bad.
It wasn't bad.
Stone
It's
Sour was
different.
not bad, yeah.
It was weird to see him without a mask on.
Yeah.
That threw me off.
I remember, I guess it was like right after that first Stone Sour album came out. What's the name of that? Was that big song? Was it Looking Through the Glass? Is that?
Great song. Buddy. It was a song that sounded like what I sent to you before, like Urban Part 2, when he did that slow version.
Yeah.
That's all that is. That's Slipknot slowed down.
Yeah.
You know? It was Looking Through This. I thought it was a great song.
It was funny. I remember being with my dad, and I was trying to show him Slip. This is when I first got into Slipknot.
Yeah.
But it just so happened like to be, I guess, right after they also put out that Stone Sour album. So I'm showing him Slipknot. He's like, "This is crazy. Like,
right,
what am
right.
I looking at?" And then I showed him the Stone Sour look, and he's like, "Oh, I love this song." I'm like, "That's the same guy." And he's like, "Whoa, what do you mean?
Yeah.
That guy is that guy?" I'm like, "Same guy.
Gotcha.
Both bands, yeah."
Gotcha.
He couldn't compute. He's like, "What do you mean? It's the same?" I'm like, "It's the same guy. Corey Taylor's the lead singer of this band. He's the lead singer of that band." He like couldn't like get it through.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. That's gold.
Yeah,
that's gold.
It was awesome.
Oh, you like it, huh?
Yeah.
That's singer of our generation, would you say?
But it is, but not for nothing. It is that, like, it's almost hard to take them seriously from a first glance because of that, the whole, like, it's almost like a gimmick, like the mask, or almost like a gimmick.
Originally, yeah.
So that's why, like, I never even gave them a shot.
Oh, no.
Like, I knew they existed.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, the guys with the mask on, I'm like, I'm not listening to that. Like, what is that? Like, you know what I mean?
I didn't listen, same deal. I didn't listen to the first album.
No, I mean, so why I picked Volume 3 was because I was in my friend's car one day and he puts on Duality.
Yes.
And I'm like, "What is this?" I'm like, "This song is sick." And he goes, "It's Slipknot." And I'm like,
"This is them?"
Listen to Slipknot now. Yeah, I was like, I had no idea.
That's, you know what? Funny thing, that Volume 3 is the first album I heard.
Yeah.
And same deal.
Well, Duality was like their most famous song.
At that point, I saw the video. The video was great with the mask hanging.
Yeah.
And I didn't, like, you know, it was just everything was out of focus. It was it was awesome. It really was. I was like taken back. I was like, oh, wow. Maybe they do actually have something.
And don't they have a thing where they change the masks for every album, right? They get new masks for every album.
It's like a generation thing.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I feel like, well, like generation mean like, I think like every couple of years, like when I know they had the original, I think Volume 3, like the first one.
The first two with the same mask?
Same mask.
Okay.
And then Volume 3, they changed it.
Because I know they changed it for All Hope Is Gone.
And then they changed, right. And I knew they changed it again.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, at that point, I was like starting to get older anyway. I didn't really care what they looked like.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, all right, whatever. Maybe you're trying to get the younger generation up on it. Like, whatever.
I mean, I guess, I don't know. I don't know why they would change it.
Do you know do you remember what they told you about the mask? Like, what was the reason for it?
Oh, no, I have no idea.
They wanted them to be focused on the music. That's why they only had numbers. I swear to God. It sounds so
contradict. I don't know.
It sounds so fucking ass backwards. But,
yeah, I mean, that doesn't.
Granted,
really...
I got this information from someone who was the same age as me during this time frame. I don't really know if that's true. I have no idea.
I would have to fact check.
Yeah, I can't fact check. This is what this kid told me, and he was really into them. I'm like, he probably knows.
Yeah,
he probably knows. You know.
Yeah. So like I said, I was listening to Korn back when Fall Leader came out. I was at 98.
Yeah.
And I don't think I even heard. I'm almost positive I was 18. So this was 10 years later.
By the time.
Oh yeah. So we're talking 2007. I started listening to something.
Yeah, that's
almost
actually
10 years.
Yeah.
Later.
So Volume 3. Yeah. Same track
so.
for me. I didn't even listen to the first 2 albums.
Yeah.
But
I mean, obviously after I listened to it. So.
They have a. It's weird. Like, all right. Clearly, these guys, right, Korn,
Yeah.
Right? They have their own sound.
Yeah.
Right? And that's probably why I like it so much. It's so unique.
Uncomparable. You can't compare it to anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Which was a big thing of like how I chose my music moving forward throughout my whole life. I was like, oh, that's kind of different. I kind of like that. And then like when I listened to Slipknot, I think what turned me off to it, I might get a lot of shit for this, but it was more like heavy metal by the book. It was like just not it. They don't get me wrong.
I don't know. Can you pick a comparison? Pick a
Metallica.
Really? You would say Metallica is a comparison to Slipknot?
Not in every sense. Not in every sense. I see a pattern, and it's very hard for me to explain what I see because I can't really like point it out. But I know they didn't sound like Korn, and I know it sounded more like a traditional heavy metal band.
I would say they're more traditional than other bands in that genre. I still think it's very hard for you to come up with a band that sounds close to it. But
maybe not sound, maybe structure. I'm trying to there is something similar. I can't put my finger on it. It's not exact. You're not mirroring it's not a mirror, but there are certain things that you're like, oh, that's kind of like it's an older,
yeah.
Again, I'm in my headspace. I'm going from them, from Korn to that. So it's like, you could hear the structure change.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Where these guys are so experimental that there's really no flow. And also,
they're definitely less experimental.
Maybe that's what I want to say.
I still think that they have a very specific sound. But what I was about to say is every band in that genre, especially that time period, were so individually different from any other sound. Like if you took Linkin Park, you couldn't find another band that sounds like Linkin Park. There's nothing that sounds even close to that.
No, you couldn't even. Not even close.
I mean, what? Rage Against the Machine? Can you find another band that sounds anything like Rage Against the Machine?
Okay.
Marilyn Manson, any of those bands, all their sounds were so, it sounds so different from anything else. It was just such a weird time period where you had this new metal, alternative metal sound that it was almost like they couldn't be replicated. It was just so weird.
What about Disturbed?
I was never a Disturbed fan.
But Disturbed kind of felt like a carbon copy of a couple of others. That's where it gets into, that's how you copy it. But the bands that you listed prior to that, no, they definitely did have their own. They were the first of their sounds almost.
Yeah.
It's even Limp Bizkit, right?
Yeah, I would say, Limp Bizkit is very, even if you want to say, Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park, Rage Against the Machine, they still sound very, very different from
very different.
You would never confuse any of their songs. You know what I mean?
No, not even close. Not even close.
Yeah.
Or
even if you do Kid Rockin', I still don't think you're going to confuse Kid Rock with Limp Bizkit or, you know what I mean? They're just so individually different.
Have you, man, I went back to listen to Devil Without a Cause recently.
Yeah. It's not as great as,
well, lyrically, we didn't have all the examples that we have today.
Right.
So back then, he was smooth as shit.
Oh, yeah.
That was crazy smooth. Yeah. And then now you
listen, he did something different. He did something really different.
Oh, yeah. And just the overall look was wild.
Yeah.
That trailer park, hip hop, rock.
Oh, yeah.
Was insane.
And how it's evolved.
Well, now he went to country, really.
I got some type of form of country, I guess.
You don't think so?
It's some type of country rock and roll thing he's doing.
The Marlboro Cigarettes of country.
Yeah, it's not really. I wouldn't really say anything he does is country in the country genre, but it's in some type of, southern rock genre.
Maybe southern is not country. I take that back because
some of his stuff, he might have had some acoustic songs that you could maybe pass off as country, but it was almost immediately, right? How
Cowboy.
The switch after that, he was this trailer park rock and roll gangster and then turned into a cowboy.
I want to be a cowboy, baby.
He used to wear a boa and then he went to wearing cowboy boots.
That's kind of when I stopped listening to him. Honestly, it's kind of when I was like, you know what? I'm done. Because I liked, as a kid too, I liked the hip hop influence. I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool to hear rock.
Yeah, that was that big thing that was going on with metal and rock, hip hop.
It gave it a swagger,
lining it together. That's why. But didn't they have on the Family Values tour had Ice Cube on it in 98, 99?
Well, they had it because of the song, right?
I
that
hope
album.
not.
Yeah.
That was the only reason they had him on the tour.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, right? Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? Because it makes sense. He came out with the album. Now you go on tour together. You could have that one song together. Korn fans have a hip hop base. Ice Cube's going to do well. It's not like, from a marketing strategy, it's not a bad thought.
Maybe.
Did you ever, talking about hip hop features then, what did you think of the Nas song and Korn?
Which album was that? Because I don't remember that.
Take a look in the mirror.
See, I told you, I fell off after Untouchables.
I thought you gave it a listen. That's all.
I probably did. I probably heard it, but I don't remember.
You don't remember it?
I couldn't even tell you right now if I had to name a song off Take a Look in the Mirror. Was that the Y'all Want a Single? Was that
was that one?
Yeah,
That was that one. But speaking of like features and everything else,
which I think was the most ridiculous song that ever made.
Oh, it was retarded. It was retarded. The hook.
I think that's probably what turned me off.
The hook was stupid. I hated it. But when you watch the video, it kind of made sense. If you ever saw the video to that, it kind of made sense of what they were doing. I get it. They were breaking up the record store.
Yeah, no, I get it.
You know?
I don't listen. It was a wild turn from Untouchables because everything they did up until that point felt so deep and so real and so personal. And then you went into Take a Look in the Mirror with Y'all Want a Single, and I'm like, what are we doing here now? I don't know. Like,
Turned you off.
Yeah,
it turned you off. Turned you off.
I wasn't. I'll tell you what my most hyped album, which I was very let down by, was the Korn 3, Remember Who You Are. I thought that was going to be amazing. I had that hyped so high because
I forgot.
I was like, they went back. I was like, they're going back to that sound. And I was like, this is going to be great.
I forgot all about that album. I don't even count that one. That goes in there with the dubstep.
Oh, I mean, it's going there.
100%.
It's not good.
It's not even. For me, in my personal, my POV, I didn't even think about them on that album. I saw that come out. I went, they're washed. I'm like, they're washed.
The last album was pretty bad too. The Requiem.
Yeah.
The one before that wasn't bad though. The Nothing was actually a pretty good album. I actually liked that album.
Am I behind on albums?
You might have.
Shit.
They've come out with a lot of albums.
Shit, I think I'm behind.
I can't remember the name of the other one now.
Well, what was the one? What was the one where Head came back?
Oh, I don't even know. I
Equili-
remember he came back, but I don't.
Something. And they,
the Parabellum is what it's called, right?
Right. That album was all right. That's when I started listening to them again.
Hold on, we'll look at it right now because I'm trying to remember the names of.
You gotta show me pictures too because I can't picture.
So yeah, Requiem was the last one from 2022. That one was pretty bad, and then Nothing was the one before that, which wasn't bad.
Oh, you know what? Nothing was good. I liked Nothing.
I thought Nothing was pretty good.
I thought Nothing was good. Yeah, the shift, right? Was that word?
Oh, the Paradigm Shift.
Paradigm Shift was a great. That one was sick. I didn't like the Circus one. Well, what's
the Serenity of Suffering?
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
I don't know.
Who's coming up with these names? Who's coming up with these names?
But yeah, Korn 3 was right after the Untitled, and I remember like trying to get into the Untitled, and then they're like, "Oh, we're gonna do Korn 3, Remember Who You Are," and I was like, "No way!" And then they went from Korn 3, Remember Who You Are, to the Path of Totality. And then I remember I was like, "That's it. Throw it in the towel. I'm done.
I know.
I'm done."
It's not, it's never gonna be what you remember as a kid.
So let's see. By the people, let's see how they rated the albums. They have the self-titled, the original album as their best album. They have Issues as their second best album. Life is Peachy as their third best.
Really? Life is Peachy his third? I thought Follow the Leader would be third at least.
And they have the Nothing as 4.
Who made this list?
No, this is a list. This is ratings by people. So
really?
16,000 ratings, 9,000, 8,000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, rate your music is how it works. It's just by the people. But a lot of it, a lot of it is like people get like, I think fans get sour on stuff and they kind of just like obviously Path of Totality is last on here. Untitled is second to last. See You on the Other Side, third to last. But I'll be honest with you.
Fans do get sour.
I can see that because I did. When Take a Look in the Mirror came out, I got sour. Obviously I got a lot more sour when the Path of Totality came out, but
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just like a thing. Like fans, when bands start changing their sound. Like I remember when Follow the Leader came out, and I was talking to like people who were older, and they had listened to the first two, and they were like, "They're terrible now." I'm like, "What do you mean? This album's great?" They're like, "No. Their first two albums were the real thing. This is garbage."
Right.
I remember like that's how people who followed them from the beginning. That's what they thought when Follow the Leader came out.
That makes sense though, because there was no hip hop involved. It really wasn't.
It also wasn't super commercialized.
True. Life Was Peachy was such a crazy album. That album was nuts. All of those now, even down to like the little like side P, like with the porno creep they had. It's just fucking.
But even the song Adidas. I remember just writing the song Adidas.
Sick. Crazy video. Remember that video? They're in the body bags.
Yeah.
Fucking wild in the car accident.
Yeah.
That shit was wild.
Yeah.
And even like, what was it? Chutes and Ladders from the first album.
Oh yeah.
Where they're on
was that the first or the second? That was the first.
Yeah, it was the first. Sick. And the bagpipes.
That's the bagpipe. Yeah.
Oh, it's all good.
And they play that live. That's so sick.
It's amazing.
I love that. Yeah.
I have a video of that when I was at the Korn concert on that.
How many times have you seen them live?
Decent, probably like over 5.
Over 5. I was gonna say 5. I can name. Off the top of my head, I can think of 4 definitely.
Yeah.
I don't know how many more after that.
I mean, at a certain point, it kind of gets a little. I have to give myself some breaks. Like, you know what I mean? I haven't seen them in a while, so like going to see them now, I'd probably lose my shit again. But like by that 5th time, I was like,
oh no, wait, I'm not even counting the last time.
Oh yeah, because you went. Did you go recently?
Yeah,
you did.
They opened for System of a Down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck you for that one.
I can't believe you didn't want to go to that one.
I did want to go to that one, man. I couldn't afford to go to that one. But I wanted to go to that one. So me and the wife wanted to see System so bad. I wanted to see those guys.
They were like bucket list for me. I was like, I have to.
It's killing me.
Pass up.
It's killing me. And I haven't seen Limp Bizkit live yet.
And neither have I.
I want to see them live.
I don't know how they're going to be live now. Like, I'm almost afraid to see them live. What are they going to play?
They're going to play all their old shit.
I hope.
They always do. They always listen. There's no.
I guess I could look it up. I could see. You ever see that website?
No, I've never seen that.
There's a website that tracks everybody's set.
Oh no, the set list one.
Yeah,
I thought you meant Limp Bizkit.
No. There's a website where you can see every single set list that anyone's ever.
Fred does for. I think I know for a fact that he plays his hits. Not too many deep covers. Not like what's his face, who I just saw Brand New recently. And he played crazy deep covers, and it made me even question
covers.
Deep. God, I'm messing the word up now. I can't even think straight.
What do you mean, like
deep?
Like
cuts, deep cuts. Yeah, that's what I meant.
I say covers.
Nah, deep cuts.
Covers are always cool.
Covers are great. Deep cuts, and it made me even question. I was like, man, do I even know this band? Like, I've never heard. Like any, like he just played 3 different songs I've never even heard of. I was like, I don't think I'm big as a fan as I thought I was.
Okay, so Limp Bizkit played in Brazil in December was their last show. Okay. They opened with Break Stuff.
Right.
And they covered Master of Pump. Oh, a snippet of Master of Pump. Yeah. Hot Dog, Show Me What You Got, My Generation.
Sick, right?
Wow, they covered Walk by Pantera, huh? That's... No way. They covered Proud Mary by Creedence Clearwater Revival. Is this real?
I don't know. Have you seen him though recently, right? What he looks like?
Fred Durst?
Yeah.
No,
well, like just
he looks old.
Well, just the outfits. He embraces it. It's so sick.
What do you mean? What does he embrace?
There's no more red cap.
No, he's done with all that.
Oh man, Danny, you got
Behind Blue Eyes. Oh, this isn't. I think this is just what they play in between when it's like that. Okay, so he didn't actually cover Walk. So he plays My Way, Rollin', Rearrange. Then they do the cover of Behind Blue Eyes, Eat You Alive, Nookie. Okay, it's not bad. Boiler. Wow, they still play Faith. That's pretty wild. And then they play Break Stuff again to end it all.
I mean, well, that's what did it.
Oh wow! But what is that, like a pink hat? What is he wearing?
He wears everything. When he first came out, he was wearing a teal tracksuit, and he looked full gray beard, no hat, and he was just doing it. And he had like the old school the skier sunglasses on.
Yeah,
the ones with the weird he just looked nuts. It was awesome. It was awesome. I'm so happy he's back around because I know like he really hit like a slump. And like once
Yeah, what was the last album? The Dad Vibes was the last album?
well, no, that was when he came back. Dad Vibes.
Right. So he came out another album after that?
No, but I was saying
Oh.
prior to he had like one more album. I think it was like Down Another Day was like the hit song on that, and it commercially did terrible. And then
Wasn't it Gold Cobra? Wasn't that the album that?
maybe I know he stopped making music for a while. Just
I thought Gold Cobra was the last album, and then there was a huge hiatus, and then he came out with Dad Vibes. But I could be wrong. I thought Gold Cobra was the name.
I thought he was done. I thought he was just like everyone else was making comebacks, right? Everyone was making money, and like he was just nowhere to be found. And all of a sudden, I don't know if he worked out a deal with the record company, and he was able to get. It was like, what happened? Well, I don't know what happened. I'm genuinely asking, right? Like I don't saw
Who knows?
the guitarist leaves, right? I remember the guitarist left, the one with the weird eyes.
West Borland?
Yes, Wes, right? That they had a huge falling out.
Oh yeah.
That was like the beginning of like the end of Limp Bizkit was when him and Fred weren't getting along. And then Wes left the band.
Yeah. Well, I think he was kind of one of the big writers of the band.
That makes sense.
Because he actually produces a lot of other records out there.
Really? I didn't know that.
He's a very smart guy.
He seems like he is.
Yeah,
He seems like he's got
I mean, he seems like a weird. I didn't know what
creative.
well, he used to make the mask of his own face and put it over his face.
Yeah, he used to do Wish.
And then he would black out the eyes, right? So he'd have a mask of his own face that he would wear on his face with the eyes blacked out.
It was trippy as shit. It was trippy.
He would wear some wild stuff. Like he was. But yeah, he's the
I wish he would have played. I wish he would have played.
You ever see him do they don't do the whole song, but he does the guitar cover of Master of Puppets.
Oh no, I didn't know.
Like it's wild. You got to look it up. Like he's really. I mean, as a guitarist, he's amazing. But I'm pretty sure he's a producer. He's also like a legit. He's like a painter. He sells his paintings online. He makes like.
Oh, I could see that.
Yeah, he's like a
super creative.
Yeah, very creative guy. But I think like he was one of the like. Fred Durst obviously did writing with lyrics and stuff like that, but I think he was a big creator of the actual writing the music part of it.
Too.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, if he leaves, I don't think there's really anything there left.
I think that was I think that was the struggle.
Yeah.
Because there was definitely some issues, and then it like tanked, and then you never heard anything ever again.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like right after COVID, that's when he popped back in. Give or take, like 2023.
With Dad Vibes?
Yeah.
I thought it was
right around there. I started getting things.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought it was going to be like 2022. Yeah.
He did like one concert and everyone was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then like, they didn't know that, and then all of a sudden he just kept gaining popularity.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously our generation, that was a big piece. It's a big piece for everybody.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you grew up at that time, right? Like I just remember Significant Other. I'll tell you something crazy.
Yeah.
My friend who's an unbelievable artist. He does murals, painting. He's really unbelievable. But he did the cover of Significant Other on my wall in my bedroom in my dad's house. It's still there right now.
So fucking sick. You got a picture?
No, I don't. I don't think he actually finished it. I'm trying to think. He started. It's like halfway done, maybe.
Yeah. It's fucking awesome.
But it was when because I bought that album when it came out, and there was like this footage, I think, that if like you put the CD in your computer, they would give you like sometimes they give you like video footage, and it gave you like this video footage of some guy painting that mural on a wall outside.
Sick.
Like in like sped up, so you're seeing him do the whole mural or whatever. And I showed it to him. I'm like, yo, can you do this on my wall? He goes, yeah, sure.
So banged it out like it was math homework.
I had a Guns N' Roses mural on my wall.
I was tricked out.
Yeah, and I think, and then just the other two sides. One was my first name, and the other one was my last name. But
so it was like
a bunch of stuff.
That's pretty cool. I was a big poster guy. I had a shit ton.
Oh, that's what he did the cover issues too, I think.
Really?
Or he did. Oh, I gotta show you something. Go under there and grab that first canvas. And then you can show it to the camera too.
Cool. That's fucking awesome.
I was like, yo, can you make me a canvas? He was like, all right, just buy the canvas. Bought the canvas. I gave him the canvas, and then he gives it back to me with this. But that was when that album first came out.
This wasn't There was a couple of songs. All right. If we're honest, there's
Well, you know what happened? That album came. So
there's a couple.
so my friend who made this, he was never into Korn, and when we first started hanging out,
Yeah.
I happened to be, I think he didn't have he didn't have his license at the time or something. So I was driving around, I would play Korn in the car, and he'd be like, "Yo, what band is this?" I was like, "Oh, this is band Korn." He's like, "They're pretty good." I remember them, but I never really listened. Like, they're pretty good. And then he got like super into them, and that was like right before that album came out.
Okay.
So he got like hyped for their new album, like, "Yo, they're coming out with a new album, the untitled album." And,
So he's like ready to die.
We drove. Well, my friend was going to college in Myrtle Beach. We drove down to Myrtle Beach for a weekend, stayed with him, and saw Korn live in Myrtle Beach, or right when somewhere in South Carolina.
Yeah, right.
Whatever, like a half-hour drive.
Same thing.
Yeah, and so right after that album came out, yeah, in Myrtle Beach, it was pretty sick. Yeah.
Damn.
But
damn. Wait, it was this one and then that one, right? That was it. That was the order. Pretty sure that.
I think so. Yeah.
And this is when they lost David. That was the first one. That was when they lost the drummer.
I think so. Yes, because that was when they had Terry Bozzio. That I saw that whole little documentary piece, and then after that was the Core 3. Remember Who You Are, and then after that was the Path of Totality. Path of Totality, or whatever it's called. And then after that, I don't know, because I'm pretty sure the first album I really like went out of my way to listen to was The Nothing, only because I heard so many great things about The Nothing. It's a pretty good album.
I thought The Nothing had something. I think the one before that, with Spike in My Veins, I thought was such a great song.
Yeah. So that was like the Sin of Suffering album or whatever. Was it that one? Oh, with the Paradigm Shift?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because I remember those two albums coming out. I remember like each of those albums had like two good songs.
Yeah, it wasn't anything to write home about, but it was kind of nostalgic to see, guitarists.
I mean, listen, they
but now
they're still ripping it live, man.
Yeah, but Fieldy back on tour yet? Or is he still on rehab?
Why? What happened to him? What did he do?
Last time, I think I saw the last concert I saw, he was like, this was like a couple of years ago. He had to take a break.
Oh, I don't know.
He got really skinny.
Yeah, he did get very skinny. He lost a lot of weight. He was.
I mean, I think that was his best friend at that point. It's sad, man. They all kind of had like these things.
Yeah, him and Fieldy, I think, were always the close. Jonathan and Fieldy were always the closest, right?
Something like that.
They were very close.
Something like that. They
because I remember they said they had Fieldy play at Jonathan Davis' wedding or vice versa.
Oh yeah,
like that. Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Fieldy was the one. He really didn't even know how to play bass. They kind of like he was just in the friend group, and he was like, "I'm so serious." They were like, "Oh man, he couldn't play guitar," and they're like, "Why'd you play bass?" And they gave him bass, and he came up with the slap part and like got his own thing, and then they were like teaching him notes. But like he was in the band,
yeah,
and they were already making music and playing shows, and he didn't really. I think that was like the storyline.
And then you listen to "Falling Away from Me," and you're like, "This guy's amazing."
And he's sick.
One of the best basses,
honestly. It's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah,
not a bad way to do it.
Yeah.
Oh man, he was like, it was funny. You watch like, I have like a lot of DVDs and stuff, and you watch like the old videos of them being kids, and like I saw it when they recorded the song with Ice Cube. They had like a whole bunch of footage on it.
Oh yeah,
and like the interactions, and like they were like starstruck with Ice Cube.
Yeah,
they were like oh man, that's Cube, man.
Well, I mean, he's so
big.
By the time they were writing that album, Ice Cube was very big.
Huge, but you got to remember too, like you have 2 albums under your belt. It's not like you're not a musician professionally.
Those albums weren't really
commercially successful.
I mean, did they even play? I mean, I don't.
True.
Did they play them on how many? I mean, not how many? 92.3 K-Rock.
Right. I'm sure.
I don't know.
They might have, but I wasn't even into with it at that point.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't know.
But he was like, it was funny. It was like, they said they couldn't believe how professional and how good and confident Ice Cube was when he was recording. Like the confidence. He was Fieldy kept saying, he goes, guys like, nah, I don't like that. Well, run that back one more time. He'd be like, bop, 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 bop. Yeah, that's it. And he'd be like, it's fucking Cube.
Well, dude, I mean, if you really think about it, like, that's NWA, right? I mean, that's been around for...
if you really think about it, that is NWA. He was the one that wrote all those lyrics for those albums, at least the first 2.
Yeah.
No, the first one, I think, was mostly him. That
But it's also funny too, because I mean, that whole style, I guess I don't know. I never, maybe I did think of it like when you listen to the first two albums, do you think of them of like a rap metal
no,
band?
not even
Like,
close.
you know what I mean?
Not even close.
But listen,
Well,
no, but I'm saying, so when you look at them visually, I went out and bought all their posters. My room was covered in Korn posters.
okay,
Right?
yeah,
After Follow the Leader came out.
yeah. You have
Like,
that
if you looked at a poster, they would have those lowrider bicycles.
Danny, when
I'm like, it's kind of wild
I
because
pulled this album out, and next to it was that poster.
yeah,
I have all my posters.
yeah, with the
and that with the bike.
with the bike.
Yeah, I love that. That's one of my favorite fucking posters.
It's crazy though, because you look at it like, oh, this is like a rap group. Like, what is it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what it looks like.
Prior to
But
that,
then you also think they were like L.A., like that whole style. That's what was going on in L.A. You know,
that's definitely what it had to
Yeah.
be. Because even in the earlier videos, they still had that look.
yeah.
There was still that look, but then their sound was completely raw.
Well, they were doing the Adidas tracksuit before Follow the Leader, because
Yeah,
that was
right.
the whole Adidas song.
Right,
Yeah.
right. That was Life is Peachy. And even before that, he was kind of rocking it either way.
Yeah, I mean,
But yeah, no, they look like a rap band.
yeah.
Like a rap band. But the first two albums, you can't. I think Life is Peachy. There's a couple of things where you pick it up, and you're like, oh, all right, it's a little hip hoppy, just a little bit, just a dash. He had that language, right? That right?
The scat thing, yeah.
Is that what it was, scat, dude?
Yeah, it's like a metal scat. I mean, that's scat. That was something like the jazz artists used to do, and he took it and did it in like metal.
Sick.
And then like nobody ever heard that before. Like, what is this guy? This guy's scatting on metal? Like, what is it?
Not only that, he put it through a pedal.
Dude, the guy.
Did you see that?
The guy did children's lullaby songs.
It was so cool, bro. It was so.
Nobody would never even thought of that before. I mean,
and like to do like all the death ones.
yeah.
Ring Around a Rosy is such a, like, when you think about what that
With
is.
bagpipes.
On
the metal album. Think about this. Think about all the different things that went in. And then he made a song called Adidas.
Yeah.
All Day I Dream About Sex.
Sick. Lyricist.
I mean, it had to be a thing where like, all right, I got an idea. Let's do it. Like, it's just recorded, put it on an album. Like, that's when you can tell they have free range. Nobody was telling them what they could or couldn't do.
True. Okay.
Because if you would have brought that to a record label, they would be like, get this out of here.
Deftones was on that Life is Peachy. They did a song together, like a little rap.
Oh, yeah, they did, didn't they?
It was all right. It was pretty good. They had that. So what I was saying about that scat thing, what he was doing, he put it through a guitar pedal. So when he was doing those sounds, especially,
well, it's overlaid, isn't it?
It's overlaid, and he has like a pedal.
Yeah.
And watching, like, I've seen the recording of him doing it, and he's doing the sounds, and he'll hit the pedal at the end, and it like pulls his voice. It is sick. It was like a wild thing to see done. I didn't know he was putting it through like a foot pedal. You know what I mean? Like the same, like he had the microphone hooked into the foot pedal and then was recording it and was using the pedal effects to fuck with his voice.
Wow.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah.
It's pretty sick. The amount of beer that they drank on that album.
I mean,
it was the kegs. The kegs. They had a wall. There's a video of them recording Follows the Leader, and the wall of keg. It was 3 kegs high, and it was a wall, and they were all empty. That's what they were drinking. It was nuts. Every night was a party. Every night was a party until they.
But that had to be them signing with a record label, right?
Well,
I don't know what the record label change was from Life is Peachy to Follow the Leader, but it had to be. It had to be. They got a huge signing bonus.
Yes, I would always.
And it probably went.
I think that's when you saw the Flash too, the cars.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Everything changed.
Or they just started the label must have just started putting money into them.
Well, yeah, but you're putting money into them. You're also paying them. I mean, I think it was a big thing where being able to record the Follow the Leader album, they were given a lot more freedom with money. I mean, I guess it kind of gave them freedom to record too. They didn't really seem like they stopped them from any crazy ideas, but I don't know. There was just a lot of stuff. There was a lot of stuff on that was like really good. I remember, even like the intro it's on. Like, what a great. What a great intro
That's
song.
His song was a great song.
Didn't
Down
we,
to the hook.
we talked about how it didn't start until like track 13.
Yeah, 13, right?
I thought the thing was broken.
Yeah, but it's fucked up because Life is Peachy ended on 12.
Right.
It was such a cool thing. It really.
I thought I bought a broken CD.
So did I. 5 seconds.
I remember.
5 seconds.
Oh my God, what's happening? Oh my God, what's happening?
2.
Like,
I was up to track 7. I go, there's nothing on.
Yes. I got gypped. What is
I'm
this?
going back to Sam Goody. I'm going to punch that guy in the face.
Dude, I remember like, oh my God, I'm going to have to go back to the store. I'm like, what am I going to do? I'm like, this is crazy.
Sick.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, it was. He had on that album too the Lowrider hit.
Yes.
The
cover of
Lowrider.
Yeah.
And then what was the album he did the cover of the Cheech and Chong song?
The Cheech.
You ever see Up in Smoke, Cheech and Chong?
Yeah, a long time ago.
The song that he plays on stage, right? Cheech and Chong, they play, and he's in a tutu, and they're playing at the rock concert.
Okay.
Whatever song they played, they redid it. They covered it. It was awesome. It was so bad, but it was awesome. It was so bad, but it was awesome. Yeah, I can't remember the song for the life of me, but it was pretty cool with the cover. I noticed though especially in this video I was watching, the record label after Follow the Leader and the amount of alcohol that they spent on their budget, the next recording session with Issues, when they changed it over for the new album, completely different. There was no beer allowed. The label just fucking stopped it. And they sent people in, and even the guys were like, yeah, he's here, keep us focused. It's like, it's a better product.
I mean, Issues and Issues only came out like a year after or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Issues came out in like 99. That's pretty wild.
And Fred Durst did that video.
Well, which one?
So what was it? It was Follow the Leader had Freak on the Leash with the kids, right? The Dice, right? The album cover, this one,
Yeah.
right? When Issues came out, Fred Durst went to John. It was like, hey, I have an idea for Falling Away From Me. And he was like, what? He goes, I wanted to pick up where Freak on a Leash took off. Do you ever see the video? Do you remember the video?
Yeah, but I don't remember it being like...
It leads into it. So like, I'm going to probably like, if you can remember like the scene, at the end of the bullet, right?
Mm-hmm.
The little girl grabs the bullet, right, and gives it back to the guy sitting there that shot the bullet through, and all the kids are running past him, right? So what Fred Durst did was he started the video like that. Or the little girl gives the police guy the bullet, and all the kids run past, and you see them all running, and then it goes into the town that they were first shooting, like all the kids running out into the cliff to follow to go play the hopscotch and everything else. And it goes into the town, and that's when the girl's in the red room crying, and her dad's beating her and everything else, and they're in the box. Yeah. That town is the town from the Freak on a Leash video.
Okay.
And that was all Fred Durst.
Wow.
He
directed that?
He directed the whole thing, came up with the concept and everything, which was, I thought was pretty fucking cool too. And I was like, I like it's all niched in, I thought they had something really special. I thought it was so cool.
You ever see the video that Fred Durst did with Method Man?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
and
Zowing together. Oh man, I love that video.
I thought that was the coolest because I was such a big Method Man fan, and then I was such a big Limp Bizkit fan. And this is so cool.
And it nailed his style. Like Method Man, that hook that he had, it was just, shut the fuck up. Yeah. It really laid into. They complimented each other very well. I had that song memorized. Did you? Oh yeah, I knew all the lyrics. Yeah, I must have watched that music video like 1,000 times. and what? Meth was rocking the backwards Red City. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, remember that? Fucking sick. They're destroying music these days. I mean, I don't think they were doing any music any favors with that, but no, they did all of Staten Island a favor with that song. All right, all of Staten Island. All right, it was a very proud moment for everybody on this fucking rock. Yeah. Crazy.
damn, I can't remember. I was gonna say something else. That always happens when we're in the middle of something. I can't remember what I was gonna say. Um,
Mm-mm.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I remember all those bands coming out at the same time. They were like that whole revolution. Mudvayne was one of those too.
They were.
I remember
They were. They had their own
that
little
was so
niche.
good. It's funny that how I was so into that metal and hip hop at the same time at that time period. It's so funny.
But it makes sense,
That's
right? Because you're
well,
listening to both, right?
yeah, I guess.
You know, you're hearing these beats, you hear lyrics, and that's just the same thing, just with a different sound behind them, essentially. You know, took the best of both. You know, so that's how I viewed it anyway. You know, I thought it was like, wow, this is the best of both worlds. This is like heavy metal rock, like hard music, right? Which as like a 14-year-old boy is needed in my life. You know what I mean? I needed that rage music. And on top of it, it had such a hip hop feel to it, which at the time was so cool growing up. You're like, this is fucking, what's better than this?
Yeah. What was that other song?
What?
Didn't Cypress Hill do like that rock superstar, rap superstar?
What's Eminem?
With Eminem.
What's Eminem?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and Cypress, I love those motherfuckers. Be Real? Be Real is a shit.
I saw them live a couple of years ago.
No.
Yeah. My boy bought tickets and he was like, Phil, I don't know if you ever met Phil Rivera, but
Nah.
he bought
Be Real
He was like,
tickets?
yo, I'm buying tickets to Cypress Hill. He's like, you guys want to go? I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll go see Cypress Hill. I wouldn't say no.
It was
That's like,
Cypress Hill's great. They had Cypress Hill was
the Far Side open too, I think.
what?
You ever hear the Far Side? It's
No.
old school 90s.
Oh yeah?
It was the Far Side and what was the other? Who's the guy that sings 93 to Infinity? 93 till Infinity?
Oh, you mean
I forget the name.
yeah,
But
I can't
but it was
remember.
those three were the three.
This is how we chill to 93 too,
Yeah.
right? That one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was there was them and then the Far Side and you've heard the Far Side before because they've had two really popular songs. But by the time we got there, the Far Side was like playing their last song.
Last
So we
song.
really just saw Cypress Hill, but it was a good time.
Cypress Hill had a crazy upbringing. Their whole the way they got started and then like how new MTV was
Yeah.
with their career.
Yeah.
And, like covering that aspect of music was wild. They even there was I'm pretty sure he's an artist. His name was Tune.
Okay.
He's I might be butchering some of this because it's my memory, but I'm pretty sure he was the one that took that famous picture of the girl that did the LA, right?
Oh yeah.
Right, and that was like his artwork, and then like he was tattooing all the hip hop artists.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure at the time where like hip hop music was in like a commercial state, MTV had to do like an interview
Mhm.
on Cypress Hill, but like one of the members couldn't make it, so they just told Tune, the tattoo artist, to stand in for him, and he put the hat real low, and like no one even blinked a fucking eye. They couldn't even tell. They were like, "Yeah, it's a Cypress Hill." It was just wild. They had a crazy career. They had like a compound and they had like their own like civilization for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like
in LA?
yeah, in LA. Like it was like a big custom like art studio where they were detailing cars, they were making music, and it was like a community. It was wild.
He's a pretty successful podcast now, right? Be Real.
Yeah, no, I didn't
I
even
think
know.
it's called like it's like hot boxing would Be Real. It's where like they get into his car and just smoke. It's like his guests will come in, they just get into a car and just smoke in the car.
It's not
I'm
bad.
pretty sure that's I mean, I don't know if that's the name of it. I forget the exact name of it, but that's the concept of the podcast. I think that's pretty popular actually. Yeah, like a lot of
those conversations must be
oh
wild.
yeah.
It must be wild.
Yeah, I think I've only seen clips. I haven't watched the whole thing, but I heard it got pretty popular. I don't know if he's still doing it.
So Slipknot, what was the favorite album for Slipknot for you?
My favorite album?
Yeah.
I think if I have to go back, it's probably their first album. It's the same with Korn too, though. I think my favorite Korn album is probably the first album as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Front to back, huh? What was the favorite track from the Korn album?
The first Korn album?
Mhm. Do you remember? I know it's like, for me sometimes it's like hitting an archive.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
I gotta like peel back the
I'll tell you, I know for a fact, I don't think there's one song I don't like on the album because I've been through every song on the album so many times.
Ball Tongue, second song.
Ball Tongue is such a great song.
Some people really hated that song.
Why?
I do not.
Well, no, I guess, yeah. Well, what song, what album had the song, what was it, Daddy on or whatever?
Oh, Daddy, I think was the first album.
Yeah, I think that's like probably the only song.
Well, yeah, it's a little, yeah, it's a little rapey.
Yeah.
It's a little rapey. That was a wild one. I always liked Helmet in a Bush.
Yeah.
That was a
Another
great
great song.
That was great. Oh, the Taco? You just call me the Taco, okay?
One is, I'm trying to think, was Clown on the first one or the second one?
That was on the first one.
Yeah, that's another great song.
You ain't shit.
Songs I can't really say the names of.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I ever tell you that story? I called up. You ever listen to what is it? 89.3? What's WSO? You ever listen?
Yeah.
The it's the metal station, but it's Seton Hall.
Mm-hmm, Seton Hall.
Yeah,
and they also had the CSI one too. They were doing for a while.
Yeah, I never listened to this. I always listen to
Seton Hall. Yeah,
but dude, I'll tell you what's crazy. How many times I was able to call up and like either get through. Or I've won tickets by calling through. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And I remember I requested that song, and they're like, "We can't play this.
You can't play Can't play Clown?
No, not Clown.
Oh. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Say it. Say it.
But I mean, that is one of my favorite. I mean, it's such a great song. It really is. But
I think we should bring the word back.
Yeah, it's coming back.
It's coming back. Oh man, I just realized, I was like, holy shit.
Lines is probably one of the, fake, lies, predictable, all these shoots and ladders.
Unpopular opinion.
What?
After the breakdown in the beginning of Blind, after the breakdown, right? After the guitar hits, and after, when it does that whole thing and it goes on heavy.
Yeah.
The moment he starts singing the first lyrics, I start to hate it.
Really?
Hate it. It's too slow. For me.
Okay.
For me, personally. And I don't know what it is. Maybe I've been to too many concerts where I've experienced the song with a bunch of people in the pit. By that point, I'm done. I don't even care. I've heard it so many times. I'll stay for the beginning, and then after that, I start leaving. They don't
end it anymore.
No, they don't?
Nah.
It's just,
I think they still play it.
They definitely,
but they don't end with it. That used to be their signature.
Right, ending. Yeah, which makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Makes a lot of sense. It
all stems from that one concert they did overseas. Yeah. And where he asks everybody to get down on a knee and all that stuff.
It's crazy.
Wild. You got
crazy.
Hundreds of thousands of people to get down.
But that was overseas, all right?
I thought it was in Europe. I think it was in Germany.
Yeah, they're different. He talks about how the crowds are different there. Yeah, like
I mean, those live festivals over there look like they blow away anything that the U.S. could put together. It's kind of great. The Rock in Ring stuff.
He said what he was stating though was the way it moves. He said like America, right? Like a lot of the American like concerts that he's done.
Yeah,
everyone's full of energy, full rage. Everyone's moshing, and But he goes, when you go overseas, they're more like an organism, one. And they all kind of like have a flow. More, whereas more,
which is probably why he was able to do that.
Right. That's why I was bringing it up. I said it makes sense why it might have been overseas because they were like, it was like a flow.
Yeah.
So it was always so cool to see because you're not used to it. Yeah. Now you have this. It's like a rhythm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I thought it was so cool that they used to end every concert in that song. But I guess if you didn't like the song, then
I'd like this. That's not what I fucking said. I'm trying to get worse.
Well, what's your favorite album by this Follow the Leader?
I mean, that's the most nostalgic.
Yeah, well, it's definitely the most nostalgic for me.
Like if I honestly could have my way, it's any, and I mean this, like anything from Issues down. You know, if I could, if anything from that, like Untouchables, I really hated that album. Honestly.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
I love that album.
I
thought Here to Stay was one of their best songs. I love that song.
Great song.
Yeah.
Great. Not taken away from that.
Yeah.
Great fucking song.
Yeah.
I just compared to the others, right? You're taking great work and comparing.
I don't think it's better than anything before, but I think personally, I think it's better than everything after.
Like, all right, for instance, like Issues, right? My favorite song off of Issues is Somebody Someone.
Okay.
If you go back and watch that video and listen to it, I'm just saying, like, it does. It shows. That's why, you know, that's the way I feel about it, because it's a visual too. And they're just so hard in that song. My buddy, for instance, right, hated Korn. Hated them.
Okay.
Big Slipknot.
Oh, you just made me remember something. Okay, keep going.
Big Slipknot fan.
Okay.
Hated Korn.
Yeah.
I played Someone, and he was like, "Who's this?" And I was like, "It's Korn." And he's a musician, right? So he's got like, and he was like, what album was this? I was like, this is Issues. He goes, really? And ever since I showed him that song, it like opened his ears, and now he likes them.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy how it works. Takes one.
Oh, yeah.
What were you going to say? What did you?
No, there's a story. So, I don't know if you ever heard this story, but, what's his name? Dan Auerbach is the guy from Black Keys. You ever listen to Black Keys?
Yeah, I've listened to Black Keys.
Okay.
I don't know the name though.
Black Keys are just two guys. The main guy is Dan Auerbach.
Right.
But Dan Auerbach was on Rogan, and he was telling the story about how he used to, like, obviously before Black Keys or anything, he used to work in a record store, you know, just as like an employee there, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he was there when Follow the Leader came out. So he said, like, the line around the block waiting for the store to open so everyone could buy Follow the Leader, like, he couldn't believe it, because he was like, this is the worst album I've ever heard. What? He was like, and the fact that people were willing to wait online for this crappy.
He goes, there was nothing on the first 13 tracks.
They're all blank. What are you guys listening to?
Like, was it like Pootie Tang?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, God. He's listening to the music and there's no sound.
But I just thought that was a funny story, because it really was that popular of an album. I guess on the flip side, there were a lot of people in the music industry who just didn't think that music was good, because it just sounded so crazy, or so, I don't know, I would say different. But it always seems to me that, like, those bands like Korn, Limp Bizkit, Kid Rock, Linkin Park, like, they're only popular with the people who grew up listening to it. Like, it's almost like everybody else, anyone who was like, it was after that time, like, if you were a little bit too old, you hated it.
Yes, that's
you know what I mean?
I
don't know about, like, the newer.
They love it.
Yeah,
they love it, but they don't. I don't know if they love the new stuff, but they like that old stuff.
Yeah.
Like it. I mean, I showed you. It has a trend.
Yeah.
People, and like
I think if you were like an 80s metal guy,
yeah,
like, you hated it.
Oh, absolutely.
Hated it.
Agree.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it represented everything that you didn't like. You know? And also think about it, right? Like,
well, it combined hip hop with metal, and I bet you so many people hated hip hop who loved, you know what I mean? Like, it was a very divided.
Off of that, not to mention the riffs. Think about the riffs. Their guitar riffs are very simple.
Right.
They're not that complicated.
No.
And honestly, people hate it. They hate that. Especially you 80s.
Well, no crazy guitar solos.
Or, you know, sound like you're coming off of, like, you know, Angel Wings riding a horse. You know what I mean?
Van Halen, Tracy Korn.
That's what that, you know, you got these, and be like, oh, they.
But that was the thing. Metallica, they had such a connection with Metallica. You would think, like, those Metallica fans would be able to, I don't know.
That's their guy. Metallica's their guy. They're not going to jump ship and jump on someone else's.
No, I mean, I jump ship, but I mean, you can appreciate both of them. You know, I just felt like Metallica had such appreciation for Korn.
Right.
You know, you would
but
think
they're
musicians
musicians
too. Yeah.
And musicians.
Yeah.
I think they're seeing it from that type of standpoint, not a fan base. You know what I mean? I don't know how to play guitar. You know what I mean? I think when you have a talent that you can play an instrument, maybe the appreciation's different for different parts of the music that I don't understand, because I don't know what it takes to play it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not to mention too, I mean, the band's pretty much paid homage to them all the time.
Oh yeah.
You know, so I'm sure there was like a little bit of favoritism in that sense too. You know, you're playing their covers. You're the new metal band of our generation,
Right.
and you're paying you know, of course they're gonna. But you know, if it's selling, you know,
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they had a problem making money. I just thought it was funny that there were so many people in the music industry that just like hated that sound, and
it was the older generation.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
all it
no,
was because they were in charge.
yeah,
You know, they were running the show for the past 10, 15 years. Now you got these new guys that they don't know what they are. Look, I don't even know what he is. You know, he's got dreads.
yeah.
They're singing rock music, but it's a language I never heard in my life. All right?
I feel like
What is that, a rapper?
people seem to be much more accepting of Rage Against the Machine than they were of Korn, though.
Yeah, but like
It's
Rage
funny
Against,
to me.
yeah, that motherfucker was nuts.
Yeah,
What's it? What was the original? I always forget the original singer's name.
Zach De La Rocha.
Yeah, you right? Is that it? The
Zach De
original?
La Rocha.
Yeah.
I mean, they've never had another singer.
Well, I mean, they've had other singers.
Rage Against the Machine?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
yeah, they're going on tour.
Yeah,
We talking about the same people?
Rage Against the Zach De La Rocha is still on tour.
Who's the one that? What the hell am I thinking of?
I don't know.
Killing in the name of.
Yeah, that's Rage Against the Machine. I don't think they've ever toured with another singer. He's the whole band. I mean, I don't think they could.
No, wait a minute. Man.
I mean, unless I'm crazy, I've never heard of them ever having another singer. I mean, they basically stopped making music. I mean, they still really aren't making music.
No,
they're just touring
I'm
again.
pretty sure their lead singer died.
Zach De La Rocha?
I don't know.
I just seen him live like 2 years
What
ago.
am I fucking thinking of that? I can't think of
Linkin Park?
No, it's
Because Chester Bennington's dead.
yeah.
And now they have a female singer. Is that who you're thinking of?
Stop. What do you say? All right. What do you think? Did you even?
I didn't even entertain it.
You-
I don't even want to.
You want to
Be like, dude, she sounds good. I'm like,
she's not. She doesn't
I
sound
listen,
like.
I'm also the type of guy, I can't listen to metal bands with female singers. It just, there's something about it like, listen, and it's not like I have anything against female singers. I love pop music and dance music. I think female singers are 100% great and all, but when it comes to metal, I can't listen to any metal band with a female singer. I can't do it.
Really? Not even.
Who? Evanescence?
All right, fine.
You still looking for that band?
I am. It's driving. I'm sorry. It's driving me crazy. You ever feel like you're like.
I know it's gonna bother you.
No, it's not even that. I feel like I'm in a different parallel universe. I know this guy's dead.
Zach De La Rocha's not dead. I've seen him live.
I got to be thinking.
Unless he just died.
No,
Oh, man.
I'm thinking of somebody else. Then it's just I'm thinking of another band. I just can't remember. Alice in Chains.
That's who you're comparing.
I'm not. I just couldn't think of the fucking name.
Lane Staley.
Yes,
I know the thing with Lane Staley.
that's who I was talking.
He
about.
died like on the same anniversary that Kurt Cobain died. How crazy is that?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I guess he could have done it purposely because his was an OD too, but
Yeah.
it was like exactly 3 years later
Yeah.
on the same day.
That's actually wild.
pretty wild, yeah.
Yeah. No, he was the one.
And they replaced it, yeah, but that was another one. Once they were like, oh, Alice in Chains is back with another lead singer. I'm like, I'm not.
No, it's not the same
Al-
voice.
Change the name of the band. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's not the same band.
It's not the same band. It's not even
Well,
close.
Well, a vocalist is an instrument. The lead singer is an instrument.
It's also the identity of the band.
Agreed. It's the front man. It's everything. 100%. Nah, yeah, it wasn't Rage Against the Machine. Sorry, man. I was really tripping on that one. I was like, man, I'm pretty sure that was Alice in Chains. He was on a lot of fucking drugs. And they were telling
Lane
me,
Staley, yeah.
yeah, and they were telling me off the rip, like when he was recording and he was on heroin and
Yeah.
like his little setup that he had, that he was like looking at weird shit while he sung. It was like a dead rat in a jar. But he was on so much.
That was what that Jar of Flies was one of their EPs, right?
Yeah, it was some wild. My friend was like a huge fan and like idolized the singer to a point. So like I had a lot of it, input. I didn't know any of this. He was telling me, so I was like, "This is nuts." I was like, "Are you serious?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "It was working until it wasn't." Well, the drugs. His voice sounded amazing.
Until you're dead.
Until you, yeah. I think that's how that works.
Yeah, the drugs are great until you're dead. Yeah, no, it was funny. We were we saw Metallica at MetLife, and when we were tailgating, there was a bunch of guys older than me, generation older than me, and they were, this guy was like, "Yeah, I remember when I seen Alice in Chains open up for Nirvana and Soundgarden." I'm like,
That's awesome.
could you imagine?
No.
Like, I can't even fathom the idea. This guy was like, "Yeah, I was there."
I was there. Oh, no, that sounds so sick.
Crazy.
What a sick lineup. What a sick lineup. Oh, man.
And they definitely toured together. That's the same genre of music.
Yeah.
I mean, Soundgarden and Nirvana.
If anything is like trends, right? Like Korn. Well, Korn's always been around, but like Limp Bizkit making a return back in and started touring. Like, can you imagine if these bands were still alive? Like at this point, this would be their comeback.
No, I mean,
do you think
I don't know.
Do you think Nirvana would have been able to continue that popularity that he had before he died?
Well, dude, this is the conversation I always had. The only reason everybody loves Nirvana so much is because he died before they could make a bad album. So, I mean, everything they did was so great. Same thing with Biggie, right? Biggie's the greatest hip hop artist.
Well, it goes in. Well, all right, let's talk about it. It goes into album work, right? Nirvana, you got 3 albums, right? Do I remember that correctly? 3.
Yes.
There's 3 total albums.
It's Bleach, In Utero.
Yeah, In Utero. And
Utero was the last one.
Yeah.
I can't remember the other one, but yes.
Yeah, right. So, and Nevermind.
Nevermind, yes.
Right?
It was Bleach, Nevermind, and In Utero.
Someone told me once that yeah.
Okay.
Someone told me that the reason why Biggie can't be in that situation, that conversation, is because of the amount of work he actually put out.
Because he only put 2 albums out?
Technically, 1, really. I mean, the second one he recorded, right?
No, wasn't that?
There was Life After Death that he was...
Life After Death came out after
he died.
He passed away.
Right, which he recorded. It's his second album.
No. Hold on.
Yeah,
hold on. No. It was Ready to Die. No. I think Life After Death was before he passed away. I think Born Again was the one. Wasn't Born Again the 3rd album?
No, there's only 2 albums. There's the one of the Hearse and there's the one of him on the Baby. Now, there's always 2 albums: the Hearse and the Baby. Picture of him, all white album as a baby, Notorious B.I.G., and then the last one was when he died, and it was Life After Death. I'm pretty sure.
No, it was Born Again. Yeah, it was.
No,
great.
really?
So there was Ready to Die, Life After Death, and Born Again.
What's Born Again? Let's see that one.
Born Again came out in 99. This one was definitely after he passed away.
Oh, yeah. All right.
This is the one with Dead Wrong with Eminem.
What? But Born Again?
Who Shot You?
Yeah, but wasn't Who Shot You on... No. Wasn't Who Shot You on Life After Death?
But Life After Death, yeah, that was after he passed away, right? Because he passed away. This was 97. He passed away in 90...
98.
No, he passed away in 97. How far after? Dude, if it's a month after, I'm counting that as one.
Yeah, but not if it...
Oh my God, it was 2 weeks after. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but was any of the songs similar to the other albums? Was there any doubles of songs?
Wait, hold on. He passed away March 9th, and the album was released.
Is it 3 albums?
March 25th. I'm counting that as this.
I always thought it was 2 albums. I thought that was always the argument, was the amount of work.
No, that's what I was going to say. Ready to Die and Life After Death was what he actually did. Born Again, I guess they kind of took work that he had done and made an album out of it, or things that were unreleased at that point, right?
All right. So maybe that's why my friend was saying there's you can't have that in the conversation. And it's the same deal with Nirvana. You can't.
Yeah, I wouldn't put Born Again into the conversation of his life's work, right?
Okay.
So he only has 2 albums. You can say Nirvana has 3. You want to do it that way?
According to it, you have to have at least 3 albums of work.
Really?
I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know.
Whose standard is this?
For whose standard?
No, but I mean, that's the whole thing, right? You're great until you make something bad, and then
like with Nirvana and the way his drug patterns were, was it going to hold? Was he going to be able to come out with something new?
Who knows, right? I mean, look, that's what artist has the best track record. That hasn't passed away, and everything they did was amazing.
I don't know. No one. I can't think of
Right. So you think he would have held up, but nobody else could? Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's kind of like one of those things.
Well, it was a generational shift. It was a generational shift, and you know, according to like people who experienced it in the full, like in their, like, you know, I was a baby at that point, pretty
Mhm.
much, right? What was it, 93? I'm pretty sure it was 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like I didn't have that experience. I didn't listen to that music and have that full range. But like according to like people who were of age to experience that scene at that time and were going to stuff, they said it felt like a shift. Like like it was so new and so different from anything else around the grunge scene and that
Oh, yeah,
sound
yeah.
that it was like life changing for the music and where the generation was headed. You know, like, and then he, they said like it died with him. When he died, right, there was a gap. And then all of a sudden, late 90s, now you have angry new metal. So like you got the start of the you got the start of the 90s.
There's a little bit of overlap.
Fair enough, but
There's
there's
Rage Against the Machine, I think, was early 90s.
early night. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
So it was a little bit of overlap.
A little bit
Yeah,
overlap.
I see what you're saying.
But you see what I'm saying? Like you have like, well, the way I think it was that Woodstock documentary that kind of put me onto like this point of view where it was like beginning of the 90s, you have Nirvana, it's like all this possibility of how the, you know, things are changing and the direction the music was going in. And then it like late 90s, it seemed like the record labels commercialized it and made it into what they wanted to make it into. And it was all angry music, and it was a different shift in how what people thought the 90s were going to turn into and what that music was going to do for everyone. And then to see it change into a highly produced commercialized business with all these like it was just it was kind of weird to see like what the point, what the train of thought was in the beginning, and then how it ended up, and what the finish line looked like for the genre of music and what was popular. You know what I mean? Like you're talking about life changing things in the music industry. Nirvana had a shift, and it's fair to say new metal had a shift.
Oh yeah,
right?
definitely.
And you're talking about a decade's worth of work. And if you're starting a new decade and you're looking at Nirvana and you think this is the path, and all of a sudden, you know, the headliner dies and it changes, and now this is what it ends up like. It's completely two different places.
Yeah, yeah.
It's interesting. I just, you know, you look at it as a timeline. It's like people never saw it coming.
Oh no, no. Well, the 90s for music, I mean, especially rock and metal, is just so different from every other. You know, it was just such a wild time as far as what you got out of it. You
Well,
know what I mean?
True.
Sounds that like can never be recreated, and it's kind of weird how they can't be recreated.
Well, what do you
right?
mean recreated?
Name a new grunge band. Why? Why can't?
Well,
like it's just weird, right?
Well, all right. Puddle of Mud.
Well, they're not new,
No, they're not new, but they were new compared to where Nirvana left off.
and they're not. And it's very hard to compare Puddle of Mud to Nirvana. I'm
Is
talking.
it? Is it really that hard?
You think that? No, I'm saying in talent wise, you think
He's influenced clearly by.
no, 100%. There are
Right.
bands that are influenced, but I'm saying that get to a level of greatness like Nirvana. Like when you think about it, it wasn't just Nirvana. It was Nirvana. It was Alice in Chains. It was Pearl Jam. It was Soundgarden.
Right.
It was all these bands that were so good at the same time, at the same genre of music.
Okay.
And then nobody else could do it like that ever.
But it was also a new form of music, wasn't it? How do you recreate something? You can't.
It's not
people can't-
recreate. It's just a sound,
Yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah, but doesn't it sound good old? You know what I mean? Like if it already came out, right? Like I'm saying, it was a new experience for everybody at that point. You know, it's like if soda never.
So what does that mean though for music? That every time that a sound comes out, it has a timeline, and then when that timeline ends, there has to be a new sound.
Well, I mean, it won't have such a dramatic shift if you keep making the same type of sound. It's not going to have such an impact as when it first landed to the scene.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's about impact or it's just about how good. I don't know. I mean, maybe. Maybe
No, I'm
it has
just
to do with
I'm
impact.
not.
Maybe it has to do with impact.
I think when a generation hears something new that's never been created before, that's life changing, right? So that pushes the shift. But like, all right, now you have it. Now you know what. Now the blueprint's already been drawn. I think when things change like that, I think it's not just the sound. I think it's how they got there. I think it's just so out of the box that it's refreshing. I think it's more of a refreshing feeling that gives it that power behind it.
Definitely.
Like it's good. Don't
Yeah,
get me wrong,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
good, but it's so new. Like no one made it like that.
Right.
That's awesome. Same deal now. Like if someone came out with a grunge song, it's like, oh yeah, it sounds like Nirvana. The impact is less because we heard it. You know what I mean? You would have to. It's like when dubstep first came over. It's a big shift. It
Maybe.
was
Yeah.
because and like we're going outside rock and roll music now, but like you had before dubstep, it was just techno, ecstasy, maybe some rave music, but nothing like dubstep. It shifted the music, definitely, without a doubt, with a reggae sound.
Yeah.
It's that same type of effect. So like, what's going to happen next? What new sound? That's kind of exciting. We're probably going to hate it. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I'm waiting patiently for a revival with rock and roll. I don't care what the
It will
sound
happen.
is like, but
It will happen, but it might not be something you're in love with. Like it's like new rap music, right? We had this conversation, right? Trap music.
Yeah, I mean, trap's stop it. I mean, it's all depends. Yeah, but I guess trap is a sound, right?
Yeah, but it is. It's the drums, the way
Yeah.
the bass is going.
Yeah.
It's completely different than boom bap hip hop.
Oh yeah.
Right? It gave it life. I got kids. I got friends that were like in their early 20s and like mid 20s. Like they think that's the greatest fucking hip hop music alive.
Trap.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's what, it's nostalgic for them. It's what they,
Right.
it's
Right.
theirs.
Right. Right.
Just like new metal was ours and just like Nirvana was theirs. You know what I mean? Think about the shift between 70s classic rock music to 80s hair metal.
Yeah.
It's a big change too. You think the guys listening to The Doors was looking at fucking anybody that was with the big hair and dressing like women? They were like, yeah, this is it. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, why are they all dressing? You know what I mean? It's completely different.
Yeah.
There's a shift. It's pretty cool. It's what's next is really the question. What can you blend now?
With hip hop, I feel like there's a lot. With rock, it's very hard, man. I mean,
Yeah.
especially with metal,
Yeah.
I don't see a lot of any new sounds that are really coming out as like these amazing, new shifts
Right.
in metal and rock. But it would be cool. But to bring that up, did you listen to the Thornhill album?
No.
You really didn't listen to it at all?
No.
Okay.
No, I didn't listen to it.
All right.
Do it. Tell me about it though.
No, it's new metal, but made last year, so it's
No,
you'd be able to compare.
No, I haven't listened to it.
Okay.
I haven't listened to it. I'm so far behind in some things. I'm trying to like catch up like 5 years ago. There's things you're telling me that you're like, what was the rapper you were telling me about recently? That was like, this guy's been around for years. And I was like, I've never heard of this man before in my life. Not even that, Jid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, same deal.
Jid's kind of new.
Yeah, he's kind of new.
What were we talking about? MF Doom? Is that
Yeah,
it?
MF Doom.
Yeah,
Right,
you should
exactly.
know who MF Doom is.
Right. I'm still catching up. I don't know everything. Problem is I get hyper focused on bands I really like. I find out everything about them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I don't listen to anything else. I'm not so widely spread out in my palette in terms of music. It's nice to talk to somebody like you with this because you have like such a wide range.
Yeah, no, there's no genre I don't listen to.
Yeah, which is, I can't do it. I can't do country. Can't do country.
You can.
No, I can't. I'll tell you, Danny. I've been to Nashville. I've been to the Country Hall of Fame. I've been on the streets, listened to all the honky tonk music, all that stuff, different bands. It's not for me.
Okay.
It's not for me. I can't even appreciate it. Unless the man pulls out a fiddle. Maybe I'll break it down a little bit.
Fiddle.
They're nuts out there. They got the fucking violins, cowboy boots. He's playing out the window. It looks crazy. They're insane. They're rock stars. I'm like, good for you. Some girl in like cowboy boots and a hat. She's loving it. I'm like, I don't get it.
What about like folk music? You listen to folk music or no?
Yeah. What? All right, give me an example because I really don't know.
Don't.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's funny. There are some big Bob Dylan fans out there.
Oh yeah,
and I get it. I get it. I mean, it makes well. I mean, It's a bit vanilla.
I mean, it depends on what you're into, I mean,
Yes,
it's a style,
it is a style. It just,
you know what I
it's
mean?
just, I don't know.
It's a slower style. It's not as popular anymore because, people have less attention span, so I think it's harder for people to listen to folk music than other types of music. But yeah, I mean, folk music is I was gonna say only because that's kind of intertwined with like classic rock, but there's like a lot of folk music in classic rock.
Yeah,
That's why I asked.
I'm trying to think. What's that one, man? Lumineers. You ever hear them?
Yeah,
Are they like folk music?
yeah,
I like
like a
them a
younger
lot.
school folk. Yeah.
I like them. I saw them live.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they actually, I didn't even know. The wife, she liked it. So I was like, all right, let's go. We went to Madison Square Garden, and it was the most relaxing, chilled concert I've ever been to in my life.
Yeah.
Bunch of white people. Everyone is out of sync, and they're all fucking rocking back and forth. There's no rhythm. No one knows. And I'm just like, this is funny. But it was really good music.
You know who was touring together? I don't know. I don't know if they're still doing it. I think they did it like a couple years in a row. It's Bob Dylan and Willie Nelson are doing the Outlaws tour.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, that's got to be kind of cool just to see. I mean, like, they're old as hell
Hey.
now. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what they got to be like, at least in their 70s, right?
Well, what was Ozzy?
Yeah. How old was I? I mean, he was
Ozzy?
at least late 70s.
Yeah,
right?
same deal.
But I think Bob Dylan was before Ozzy, dude. Bob Dylan was the 60s.
That's true too. Shit, yeah.
I would think Bob Dylan's got to be in his 80s. And Willie Nelson, too. Willie Nelson might have been early 60s.
He's always looked like that, though. You can't tell.
No, I know, but I'm just saying.
It's like
Go to see a couple 80-year-olds play guitar.
brother, they better do. I mean, they're probably the best. The best. That thing is glued to them.
Yeah.
Think about all the music they created.
Oh, my God.
It's crazy. You
Think
got
of all the generations they've lived through of
that
music,
too.
right?
And all the ones they influenced.
Imagine playing live shows,
Yeah,
getting paid to play live shows since the 60s.
it's wild. That's wild.
60 years of getting paid to play live. That's crazy, dude. Both of them.
Both of them. And they're still paying.
And they're still selling out sticks.
Still paying. Still paying. Is that because the older generation isn't dying fast enough, or is that because they're getting new fans?
I would probably say it's a little bit of both. I mean,
Right.
I think they're both able to stay pretty relevant. They both put out new albums. Like Willie Nelson and Bob Dylan both put out like new albums.
What else could you say? I know. I
think it's like when you get like at this point, it's like all right? Like in this conversation about Ozzy is like he literally played like I think he played his last tour, his last show
before you.
But how far before he died?
Yeah,
like,
it was like
6 months.
Yeah, it was like a month.
But it even sounds like he literally played live. He didn't have to do that.
No, he wanted to.
He was even if he was 70. I want to say he was like 78.
I'm pretty sure I heard the last one. He was like in the chair. Like in his
he couldn't get up anymore. Yeah,
but awesome.
I seen him in 2014, and he was like,
was he lively?
He was lively, but I mean, he was completely bent over. Like he couldn't even stand up straight.
Oh yeah.
Like he's going across the stage like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, how do you stop? You don't.
I mean, he could have stopped. It's just funny because like. There's no way he needed the money. Like, you know what I mean? There's no way he could have possibly needed the money. It's got to just be for the love of the game. It's got to be for the love of the game.
It is. You feel alive.
Oh, he's got to just love it. I want to get back out there. Like Ozzy at 78 years old.
Yes, I'm fine.
I'm still getting out there. Let's go.
Fire, what are you, soft?
Fire up Iron Man.
That's it. Crazy.
I am Iron Man.
It's so fucking crazy. I don't know how they do it. What about Rob Zombie?
His live shows are actually not great. Have you ever seen him live?
No.
Oh,
no.
Yeah, I seen him live. It's not great. It's something. I don't know if it's his vocals, his voice is gone, or something.
Oh, he doesn't sound like what he is.
No.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah,
that's hard.
But somebody had told me like before I even went to go see him. I think somebody was like, "Yeah, he has nothing to see live. He's
But I felt like his showmanship was always good.
Yeah. He puts on a show.
Yeah.
But it's the sound isn't there.
Who there's a couple of bands where like you'll go to listen to them live and you're just like, how are you touring? How is that? You know what I mean? Like the music. Blink 182.
They're not good anymore?
No, I don't think they ever really.
I've never
I
seen them
thought-
live, so I don't know.
I saw them live. I was disappointed.
Yeah.
Not, it's nostalgic.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
great. It's good to see them back together.
Right.
But I never thought like live they were great sounding. You know who's great sounding? Green Day.
Oh, yeah.
They sounded just like the CD.
Oh, yeah.
It's insane. Who else? Offspring. The Offspring
You seen them live?
sounds better than the CD.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did I play a lot of old stuff?
Yeah.
I feel like I only really like
And that's all he has. He doesn't play any new stuff. Even if I don't even know if he's making new stuff because he never plays it. But like even his interaction with the crowd, it was the most energized. I was like that. I went to go see them in that festival. They were probably the best ones, hands down. Better than the headliners. Green Day was good. Blink-182 kind of sucked. Yeah, that's right. Sum 41 was good.
Oh, yeah.
That little bastard
I was
was
never
great.
really into them.
Yeah, you know, it goes with the flow of that music. But
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like performance-wise, enjoyable. Great performers. It's like who puts on a good concert? Jay-Z. Jay-Z puts on a great concert. And
I don't think he should put on a good concert.
like honestly, actually my first rap concert was a Jay-Z concert.
Okay.
I saw him in Madison Square Garden. I was 13 years old, and he came out with that Best of Both Worlds album with
R. Kelly?
R. Kelly. And it was the third night in Manhattan, and that's when the tour broke up. I saw him the night the tour broke up. R. Kelly played the first 2 nights with him, did their albums together. They got into a fight, an argument. The tour ended. But because it was in New York City, Hove didn't want to cancel the concert. So instead of canceling the concert and R. Kelly, you know, and it's just done, Hove made it into a Jay-Z festival. I'm not even joking.
Wow.
I saw Kanye West when he just came out. He dropped College Dropout. It was his brand new artist. So I saw Kanye West.
He was there?
He was there.
Wow.
I saw Wu-Tang perform live.
All of them?
All of them. I saw,
Wait, but were they on the tour?
no.
So we got them last minute? I don't know.
He goes,
All 10 of them.
I'm not even joking. He gets on the mic. He goes, hey, listen, I got something to tell you. You guys heard about last night. R. Kelly's it's not working out. He goes, but I'm not canceling tonight. He goes, I'm flying everyone in for this concert. I saw T.I. when he first came out. T.I. was there, did a freestyle with Mary J. Blige. I get to see Wu-Tang, I said, The Lox. I saw Jadakiss. I saw Fat Joe. It was Summer Jam. I saw all these artists. I saw all of Rockefeller's artists. You know, Benny Siegel, all of them, all Rockefeller. I saw Cameron and Dipset. And then after he puts on all these people, right, all these different artists, I think even Ja Rule was there at that point. He puts on all these people. This was before 50 Cent. Everyone plays. And then he does the Black Album. So because the Black Album came out.
Right.
And then he did the Best of Both Worlds tour album with R. Kelly. That was like the lineup, right? So he says, I'm not canceling this concert. Brings out all these fucking people. Everybody's performing. This is great. And then he just starts doing the Black Album. The Black Album came out like a year ago. And he just starts hitting all his hits on the Black Album with a couple of, like, you know, Reasonable Doubt things. Best fucking concert I've ever went to. I still remember it to this day. If you ever have a chance to go to a Jay-Z concert, it's worth it.
Okay.
It is. I'm not even like a hugest fan of his music. It's worth it. He's never been number one top selling artist. You know that, right? Every year, every year Jay-Z's come out, there's been another rapper that was more dominant.
Okay.
So like early stages, right? Like Hard Not Live and all that, DMX. DMX had it. Wasn't Jay-Z top selling artist. And I think like after that, I forget how it was. There's a bunch of like, every time he releases, there's always like another artist bigger than him, which is kind of crazy. But he's so commercially successful that everyone thinks he's like.
Yeah, I don't really think that mattered, right? And
yeah.
I'm sure he's
Yeah.
He's got his. I don't think he's.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just talking about a statistic, right?
Yeah, this is just
Yeah.
straight to, it's just all for sales.
Yeah.
All for sales at that point.
Yeah.
But he really doesn't have a following outside my fault. He really doesn't have a following outside the North. Like I heard, like when he was doing his concerts down in like Texas, he had to cancel some shows because no one bought tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's like Jadakiss. Jadakiss outside of like the tri-state area and the North, like West Coast, he's not famous. Not like that. Not like that at all.
I guess you never really. Well, the South is weird with hip hop because they have their own hip hop culture.
Yeah.
So like, there's like these entire industries of people you've never heard of just making a ton of money off hip hop in the South, like in Georgia and Atlanta and New Orleans and Texas and all this stuff.
Do you think it's more lyrics based, or do you think it's more sound?
I would say it's probably more sound. I think they have like their own genre of like Southern hip hop that does so well down there.
Yeah.
Because I remember they came out with some documentary about it. These guys that nobody's ever heard of are making like hundreds of thousands of dollars like every year. Just
was this like a recent thing?
No, I think I've seen this documentary like probably like 10 years ago.
Was this like during the Chopped and Screwed era when they were making those when like Paul Wall?
It might have been about that era, yeah. But I think it's still going on. Like I think that's like a big even even when I found out Travis Scott had his own festival that was like an amusement park. You saw the whole thing, and then people died. Astro World thing, and I'm like,
Astro World.
He's that popular, but I'm like, I guess in the South he's that popular. You know what I mean?
That album was great.
Oh, it was a great album. I have it on vinyl. Yeah.
It was a great album.
Great album.
Terrible thing what happened in that fucking concert.
Well, the people
died, the way because it was the setup.
Yeah,
they set up and they got pushed in. I saw the whole thing. It was nuts.
Yeah,
that thing was nuts. But he like Wiz Khalifa. Same deal. Wiz Khalifa, I think 1 year prior to like COVID, they were like naming the most, who made the most money.
Yeah.
And like they had like Jay-Z on there and they had Dr. Dre on there and it was like a bunch of albums. And then they go '1 Wiz Khalifa. And, and I remember the hip hop, the radio show was like, Wiz Khalifa. He goes, yeah. He goes, he's a marketing genius.
Yeah.
I go, first off, he goes, his concerts are they're his festivals. He only sells his products there. So like the water's Wiz Khalifa water, like the maybe not the water part, but like it was like the blunt wraps.
Yeah.
It was like his blunt wraps. Like, you know what I mean? Everything he made not money off of music. He made money off of marketing everything else. Okay. But that's how he made the most.
Where is he from? He's from the South? Because I thought the whole black and yellow thing, was that a Steelers thing, or am I going crazy?
It got adopted by the Steelers.
Oh, it got adopted. Okay. I don't know where it started.
I heard the story on it, like from his, like he was telling it, like how he recorded it. He just heard the beat. He was like, yeah, black and yellow, black. And then he goes, I think the Steelers were on a hit, and he just saw the colors. Like he wasn't even a Steelers fan.
Oh.
And he, you know what I'm saying? And it just came to him. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I like Wiz Khalifa. I think Wiz Khalifa's great. I think he's got a lot of like a lot of weed smoking tracks that I really
There's
enjoy.
well, you ever see the following behind like Chief Keef, that dude? Like huge following.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah. Southern rap is crazy.
Yeah, it's got its own culture. That's what I'm saying. It's got its own.
Remember Lil Jon?
Yeah, but I think Lil Jon was popular everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, he kind of broke through.
He broke through into the mainstream where he was in,
you remember him in
the song.
You remember him in the Korn video?
Which one?
Twisted Transistor. Off of this. Him and Snoop.
Was that time?
Him, Snoop Dogg, Exhibit. Right? Snoop Dogg was Monkey.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I was talking about too with the marketing. I think like because like they lost head in the in the bands, like this was so highly pushed out by the record label because they were trying to prove something. Hence all the celebrities and everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that song when it came out, man. Twisted Transistor.
Still great.
It was the coolest song ever. It's still good, yeah.
Still great. It's great guitar riff.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Yeah.
All right, bro. I think it's late. You want to wrap this up?
Yeah.
Oh God, it's getting late.
This is our normal time.
Probably.
This is our normal time.
Dude, thanks for coming out. Appreciate it, Paul. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Awesome.
Thank you.